the smooth operator. Shotty on repeat, I say sleep later. This another favor, consider me your neighbor. Lost a lot of fam in pursuit of the paper. She gon' catch the vapors when we slide by. The way I speak my mind, it's like I peak my prime, but I ain't close. I cruise through the night air, fantasy a dream, real world is a nightmare. Like Claire battling the brainless, learn to live shameless. Talk about me alive, but claim that I'm nameless. You aimless, so I'ma style on them. They washed up, it's a rap, throw the towel on them. Gaining miles on them, otakus for the win. Tacos, it depend on the mood that I'm in. Like Finn when it's time for adventure. This some new blue, get ready to enter my mind for a few. Come and take a ride with the crew. I'ma show you how to recoup days lost when you vibe with the blue. Come vibe with the blue. Yeah, about time to regroup. Fly, got my eyes on the view. Never hear lies, only truth. Realize why they vibe with the blue. 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 Vibe with the vibe with the sky. Wait, you know the rest. I'm blessed. I see you frontin' like you ain't impressed, but I still get requests. I'm playing Zelda on the GameCube. I quit spamming my music. Don't ever try forcing the links. That's a high rule. The wind waker, Mother Nature on my side too, controlling the elements. Go and check my avatar. I'm arrows ahead. Get the point. Moving forward. The battle scars accumulated over time are reminders of what I went through as a miner. What made me a grinder. The trees broke down for this loose leaf. If life's a game of death, I'm Bruce Lee. Ooh wee. Lose sleep on the regular, trying to get this word out. Then I crash nebula. Wish I had a very odd parent, maybe two, but it's cool. Everybody pays dues. Now it's time to make moves. Granny didn't raise me to lose. Think I'm in the mood for a cruise. Wanna ride? Come and vibe with the blue. Come 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 vibe with the. Check this out, y'all. I'm back spazzing like the elderly worth of my cousin Beverly. Never swear away from the truth. Just ask Heather, be weather, be trippin', starting to look control like our destiny. Always give you the best of me until the death of me. My weaponry is a paintbrush. Hush, don't tell my secret. They get a hold of it. If you leak it, get it. Hold down, it's cool. Got you covered though, look. But let me get back to that cool-ish, loose-ish. Why they still lying? They don't do this. Bad at board games, whole world clueless. Selling they soul for Roof Chris. Who's this honored fella? Need a sliced extra mozzarella. Crew fly, let God propellers. Humanity born like they don't trust fun. Why you dodge the teller? You don't know why my odds are better. Life's a gamble, depending on who holding the cards. You can start living at large or it's bon voyage. Charge it to the game. Me and you ain't the same. I'm thinking bigger pictures. Why you still shrinking the frame? Ever blink in the rain? It helps when your eyes dry. Mob with the bright minds. Think you funny, wise guy? Midnight marauder with a new tribe. Tired of the fake. Come and vibe with the blue sky. Come vibe with the blue sky. Why do you try? We get them high. Take them high. What I do? Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. Come vibe with the blue. Pass what up? Vibe with the.
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
I have seen everything that has ever happened, ever will happen, ever could happen, and yet, what the hell is this?
Are you ready?
Working wise, grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple lies. You can't see me, you Stevie, wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Dream on, yeah. Dream on, Dreamweaver,
All right. What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It is your boy Ernie, the Blerd Without Fear. Got the homie Carter Presents. Welcome to, God, what is this? 342nd episode of The Blerd Cave, the #1 comic book stream on this or any other Earth in the multiverse. Oh, man. And you know what? Not only are we the best, but we are also on Google, we're on Apple, we're on Spotify, we're on iHeartRadio, anywhere good podcast may or may not be found. And you know what? Y'all know the spiel by now at this point, but leave us a rating if you are watching us on any of those platforms. And also, if I could be so bold, I would say, if you're here and you already know you're gonna enjoy the vibes. Let's go ahead and just say it right now. Go ahead and hit that like button while you're in here too, because it really helps us out. And also, if you end up enjoying the show, hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so that way you don't miss out on more stuff like this. Because there's a lot of people who don't know we do shit like this every Saturday. It's crazy that we are 340 some odd episodes in. And there's still people out there that don't know. They don't know about the show that brings them the good word. Carter, the show that that gets the dope out they vein and some hope in their brain. The show that gets you away from the in crowd. Get you close to God.
I'm gonna end up making that commercial quick. I promise I am. What's good, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Carter, and I present to you a fact that I did not know up until like 10 minutes ago. Ernie Hudson. Who is Ernie Hudson, Carter? That one black dude from Ghostbusters. Oh, yeah. There's a men's health video that just came out for Ernie Hudson recently, and I did not know that Ernie Hudson was 80 years old. And it was a men's health video in regards to him keeping himself fit and in shape. And I would love for every man, woman, whoever, every king, queen, and everything in between that watches us to watch that video and use it to get yourselves right. Because that man is 80. And I know when a lot of us think about 80, it's almost, when you hear 80, that means it's time for you to go ahead and put that console back in the closet and get a new one.
Yeah.
It's time for
100%.
It's time for you to put that CD player away and go buy you a Zune, right? But I want you all to watch it and get that push to take care of yourselves. Like, look at that, bro. That's an 80-year-old man, dude. That is wild.
That man said, I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
As hell, bro.
He said, I ain't afraid of no goddamn ghosts. Let's go.
80 years old. I hope that is not AI. I sat there and watched the video and I was laughing at the fact that he is an 80-year-old man. He's getting trained. His personal trainer is his son, who is 61. So Ernie Hudson was out here,
right?
That ghost was most certainly busting. Okay,
busting makes me feel good.
You're a pervert. So yeah, I just want all of you guys to just kind of watch that video. And this year, like, let this be one of them years where you actively try to just get yourselves in a better place, in a better space, man.
Yes.
That's what I'm hoping for with you guys. But I know this is the Blerd Cave. I know you all are ready to hear Blerd Cave shenanigans. I know it's early for some, it's late for others. Y'all already know it's 10 in the morning for me. I just saw in the chat it's 1 p.m. for somebody else. And over there in ye old London town, the house that Thomas Shelby built, I know it's like late in the evening. So yeah, dude, let's get to the Blerd Cave shenanigans, man.
I ain't gonna hold you. The reason why I giggle It's because I had just been reminded that motherfucker coming back, and I was watching the trailer for the new Peaky Blinders joint. And when that motherfucker walked in the building and folks didn't know who he was, and folks were like, someone was like, who the hell? Like, he's like, who are you? Dude's like, I'm Thomas Shelby. And dude was like, who the fuck is that?
Thomas Shelby.
And then like everybody behind the bar just like,
oh, he called.
Yeah. I was like,
you're not gonna make it to the next scene transition. Not you.
I ain't gonna lie. Thomas Shelby, one of the most diabolical white men on the other side of the pond.
I still need to watch that show. I actually need to sit down and start watching that show.
Oh man, Thomas Shelby, he ain't Tommy Shelby. He ain't shit. He ain't shit. You always be talking about, man, T Lawless. You ain't shit.
Yeah.
Thomas Shelby is like, yeah, same.
Yeah.
But no, that said, some of you have probably seen one of my some of you probably have seen one of my most recent videos, and some of you will soon be seeing another video where I have some things to say about some stuff, and it's in regards to DC Comics. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you guys right now. I kind of sat long and hard on this announcement, but I'm gonna say it here. You'll probably hear me say it again at a later point. I'm about to put DC on moratorium. And what I mean by that is, if it ain't black, and if it ain't, or if it ain't got a black writer, artist, something, you better at least have a goddamn black letter or something. You're probably not gonna see me saying a whole heap of a lot about it. Like it's you know, I tell you what, I didn't plan to talk about this. I was kind of iffy about talking about it. Carter and I kind of debated back and forth whether we want to talk about it, but I also have a video kind of going into some further detail about my feelings about it, so I'll just leave it at this. After everything that's been going on with DC, and then yesterday or the day before, I forget, it must have been yesterday, that dry toast announcement that they put out about them 13 books that they got coming out. Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good on DC for a while. I'm good on DC. They like, I'm like, and I want to make something clear. I'm still buying the Dakota Incident. And here's the thing. I've already read it. I read it about a week and some change ago. Like before the leak. Before the leak. But I'm still good. I'm still buying it. I am still supporting it. And that's kind of where my that's kind of where I'm at. Like, case in point, if I open that book and I don't see the name Marquise Draper in the editor column, I'm putting the book back down. I'm just putting it like that. I'm just putting it like that.
Crazy. Tell you what's wild about what you just said about the leak. When I went to my shop this week to go get the Tin Can Society, there were a couple of people in there that I'd seen. They were looking. I just see them looking. I just see them looking. I see a whole goddamn row just dedicated to DCKO, and they're looking and they're looking. They're like, and I hear them talking to like a friend or whatever, and they're just like, man, I think they got everything alphabetized because this is all DC. They go from Batman, then they got Green, but we go from DCKO to Catwoman to Green. Like I can't find it. He goes to the register. Did you all already sell out of the Dakota Incident? I'm like, Dakota Incident? Yeah. It came out this week, right? I saw everybody talking about it online. Motherfuckers real deal think that book came out this week.
No, I've encountered that because when I was talking about it on Threads, there were some people like, "Oh shit, man, I went to my shop and they didn't have it." I said they shouldn't have. I was like, they shouldn't have. I was like, that shit ain't out. But the thing is, yeah, and here's the thing. I'll say this much, and I've learned more about the situation, and I've talked to some people. It's not as nefarious.
Not tell me We can't do that.
Well, no. I'm not saying what's been said. I'm not talking about what's been said. But I'm just saying I have more clarity of the situation. So my thoughts of it being nefarious, I've kind of left behind. So I'm just saying that. But like everything else, I can't say. I can't talk about shit else that I was told. So don't nobody ask. Don't anybody press me. You like I said, you will be you will be met with a swift
Nigga, please.
I'm not answering it. But I will say that and I don't know if I corrected this in the video that I'm about to put out. I'll make sure I go back and do it. But so okay, I've been talking with a lot of other black content creators in our space. More specifically, Jay Penumbra was I've been chatting with Jay a lot in the last like a week or so. And for those that don't know, it has been over 1,000 days since DC has had an ongoing black character series.
Would you tell me it was? You said 1,100 something.
Yeah, so it was as of like yesterday or the day before, it was 1,102 days. Jay and I were talking about, because I think originally Jay said it was like it had been 1,052 days, and he said he had actually miscounted. It was actually 1,102 days. So, but I mean, once again, that's not that's just a difference of 50 days, but still, it only makes things worse. It only makes it look worse. But yeah, so it's been that long, since we've had that. And and you know what? I want to make this as fair as humanly possible. I don't have the exact day countdown, but for my Latin brothers, sisters, and MBs, don't worry. You have been included as well, because it has been since October of 2024 since y'all had a character that had a mainline ongoing series. So I want y'all to think about that, because like I said, it ain't just black. I want people to understand something. It ain't just black characters that are getting hoed. It's Latin characters as well. So please believe that. And really, if we want to keep it a band, one could make the argument. October 24. So it has been good and over a year since y'all had a book. Like, and I know some people are like, well, wait a minute, what about that? The Question. The Question had a book. That was a mini-series. Don't lie to yourself. The Question, what was it? The Question All Along the Watchtowers? That was a mini-series. I'm talking about like an actual ongoing series. And matter of fact, shit, it actually might be longer, because I can't remember if Blue Beetle got canceled or if the book, I can't remember if it actually reached its definitive end, because like it just kind of like disappeared. So yeah, that said, yeah, here, I'm gonna pull shit up. I want y'all to see this, because like I said, I want y'all to realize I'm not being hyperbolic when I say this shit. When DC made that announcement, they announced 13 new books. 13 new books.
Oh, you're talking about at Comics Pro?
At Comics Pro. Comics Pro. They announced 13 new books in here. I'm gonna pull this up. I want y'all to see this.
You know what? Okay, while you do that, one thing I meant to tell you when we spoke yesterday,
yes.
But it was something that got me salty.
What's that?
I told you about a YouTube comment a while back that they asked if you would mind like interviewing them, because they're one of the oldest comic book shops in LA. I think it's called like the Golden Apple Comics or some such. And I'd made it a point to try to make a trip out there, but I've been working and where I am and just been so busy. But I'm just bathroom scrolling on IG like I normally do. That's how I found out that the farmhand shit I sent you, where France got hardcover versions of farmhand and we got trades. So America got hold. But what I found out was there was a signing going on at this comic shop. So shout out to them for getting these groups of individuals together. But dude, Ernie, big dog, do you know I could have took my ass to this comic shop this week and gotten all of my farmhand signed because Rob Guillory was there this week? And not only was Rob Guillory there this week, your boy was there this week. Ahmad Best was just in there chilling as well, just signing shit.
Keller and Beck were just chilling. Keller and Beck were just in there.
With Mark Guggenheim as well. All three of them just hanging the fuck out at this comic shop. And today, in the next 30 minutes, Polka Dot Man gonna be over there because he got a new book coming out. Hopefully he's not making another deal with the devil. David Dastmalchian.
David Dastmalchian. Yeah.
There you go. He gonna be over there in the next 30 minutes signing some shit as well. So
AI
shout out to LCSs, man, getting these things together that I don't know about until after the goddamn fact. But what we looking at right now is the entire quote unquote DC Next Level lineup for 2026. So we got Batwoman coming out March 18th. We got Lobo coming out on 18th. Whoa, these are all coming out. Wow. Batwoman, Lobo, and Deathstroke are all coming out March 18th. On April Fool's Day, Fury of the Firestorm, we got Zatanna coming out on April 29th. We got Barbara Gordon. I think that's that Barbara Gordon breakout book we were talking about yesterday, Ernie, coming out May 13th.
Yes, sir.
We got a Dead Man series because people were totally asking for a new Dead Man book coming out June 3rd. And then we got a new Teen Titans #1 where Jason Todd is running this team, and I'm just getting New Warriors vibes all over that. And then we got some shit called Losh coming out that doesn't have a date, and neither does Legion of Superheroes.
That's Legion of Superheroes.
Legion of Superheroes. I don't know why the hell I said Losh, but Teen Titans #1, Legion of Superheroes #1, Doom Patrol #1, Jonah Hex #1, which is one that really surprised the hell out of me.
Did surprise me too.
Is coming out, and Batman Shadow of the Bat. All books that I just named from Teen Titans to Shadow of the Bat have no release date.
No.
But they're coming at some point.
Well, can I say something controversial yet so brave?
What's that?
We really are getting Jonah Hex, a book about a Confederate officer, before we got not only GTA 6, but a Black ongoing series in mainline continuity of DC Comics. That is wild to me. That is a choice. They really say, man, you know what? No. Fuck them nigga books. Man, can we get that Confederate dude? Yeah. Get him on here. Get him on here.
I understand where you're going with it. I get it. I get it. But one thing though is that at least with Jonah Hex, he did change his ways when he realized how fucked the Confederacy actually was.
I mean, talking to Amazing Man will have that effect on you sometimes, I guess. But yeah, but no, it's like, I personally do not. Okay. Also, other thing I want to point out, of these 13 books that I have listed here, only 2 of them have anyone who is not white on the creative team. Not teen, but I think Batman Shadow of the Bat, I think that's the one I think that might be the one that Marco Tamaki is working on.
Okay, I'm gonna look that up for you.
Double check me, but yeah. I want to say it's that one, and then Zatanna is gonna be Jamal Campbell. And Jamal Campbell is the same writer and artist who, oddly enough, worked on the Far Sector book we're about to talk about, as well as Naomi, and was on Superman with Josh Williams for a hot minute. Jamal Campbell is returning to Zatanna to both write and provide art, same as he did with the previous Zatanna. I'm like, honestly, that one is a little weird to me because I'm like, man, y'all should have just made Zatanna. If Zatanna did well enough that y'all are gonna do another series, you may as well have just upgraded the Zatanna series he was doing to an ongoing. There was no need to relaunch the goddamn book, but whatever.
Somebody better tell Marvel that with Steve Orlando and goddamn Scarlet Witch.
No, same energy. It's like, dude, I know why they do it. I know why they do it, but just I thought like all of this right here is very telling to me. And I don't this is the comics. Here's the thing. It's not just that these 13 titles are all white, which I will give Teen Titans credit. Fair Play will be a part of the team. Which for those who know, Fair Play is Mr. Terrific's son, who was revealed in the Mr. Terrific Year 1 series last year. But the thing is, all of y'all who thought Static was going to be a part of this, he is not going to be a part of this. I can't say why, but he is not going to be a part of this book. And the other thing is...
Oh, Mariko Tamaki, she's doing. It's confirmed. She's doing the Barbara Gordon book.
It's the Barbara Gordon book, not Shadow. Okay, I knew it was.
Gordon book.
I knew it was a Bat book. That's all I knew. So, but you know what? Honestly, Barbara Gordon makes way more sense. But no. So yeah, you got those two books right there, and that's like everybody else. Lily White, Bone White, Ice Cream Vanilla White. Just going straight down the line. This is the new vanillas. Now, for those who think I am being out of pocket about this, no, I'm not, because here's the thing. You're adding these 13 predominantly white books. You're adding them to a slate that already includes Superman, Batman, Poison Ivy, Catwoman, Harley Quinn, what was it? World's Finest, Action Comics, Detective Comics, Wonder Woman, like books that are already very like the current slate of DC Comics is already all white. So that means 2026, the majority of or at least the better half of 2026 is going to be the whitest DC Comics has been probably since the fucking 60s. And that should concern you.
And I saw some people asking about like which Firestorm are they using? They're using Ronnie.
Yeah. No, it's 100% Ronnie Reimei. Get that fucking Jason shit out your head. They are not bringing it. It ain't Jason. It ain't Jax. It is Ronnie. So please believe me when I tell you there is DC Comics is never beating the charges. Okay, never. Right now, I've been making. I mean, I know people don't like this, but I've actually been calling DC Comics because we taking that last C out before the S and just putting 3 Ks because that's how white DC Comics is right now, and you can't convince me otherwise. Okay, so. Now that we've talked about this, and I'm gonna keep it a band with y'all. I don't give a fuck about what was that shit Marvel's doing, Armageddon. Could care less. It because I can see the writing on the wall for that one too. They'll make a promise. Oh, anything can happen. Things can change. They said the same shit with Judgment Day, and look where we are. The same shit that they're saying about Marvel Armageddon, they said it about Judgment Day.
About Judgment Day.
Exactly. Thank you for buttressing my point even further.
I ain't gonna hold you. It took me a second because I thought you were talking about like, why is he talking about Terminator? And then I'm like, oh yeah, Krakoa. Yeah.
Oh shit, Lord.
What?
FD Signifier just put up a Rob video 10 minutes ago. Yep. Well, I know what I'm watching after the show's over. I'm curious what FD has to say. I'm very curious.
Okay.
Very curious. We'll I'll be digging into that on my own time. We're not gonna take away from the good works. We're not gonna take away from the good works of N.K. Jemisin. Because like I said, that is what we are ultimately here to talk about. But for those who are unfamiliar, if you are unfamiliar, we're gonna help you get familiar. So basically, Far Sector. Now, this is a book that I think came out at probably one of the strangest times for comics. If I'm being real with you. Some of you probably remember when it released as well, because this book came out in 2019. This was a 12-issue series. So I mean, it was up for a nice good little minute, but this was a book that kind of came out in the middle of a pandemic. I won't say in the middle of, but I mean, it got its release was kind of it sandwiched the pandemic. So it was at a time where you had it was a more uncertain time for comics. It was also for lack of a better way to put it, it was a book that, well, I thought it was a very fantastic series, and still think it's a very fantastic series to this very day. It was one of those books that I was always worried didn't catch on. You know what I mean? I felt like it was one of those. Well, no,
I can tell you one
reason
that I think a lot of people did not think it was going to catch on is because that was not main DC.
No.
That was Young Animal, and a lot of people tend to forget that. That was a Young Animal book. Young Animal is almost is like Vertigo in the sense of, unless it's specifically a certain character, all of those books and those characters and those worlds over there.
Yeah. It was a very nice way to say Elseworlds without saying Elseworlds. That's basically what Young Animal was. And you're right. It's not the typical. It's not the typical shit you would expect. It's not the typical shit that you would expect out of a Green Lantern series. Not to mention you brought in. You're telling a black story. Okay, it's a Green Lantern story about a black woman who, unlike a lot of other black characters at DC who have often been written by white people, once again, this is a black woman, and an acclaimed black woman writer who is writing this.
Pause,
yes,
right
go ahead.
Right there. Right there. Because that was one of my favorite things that was added to the deluxe version.
Yeah.
That was one of the things I really liked about the deluxe version, because there is an afterword with N.K. Jemisin, and she's basically talking about how her agent reached out to her while she was doing something and said, "Hey, Gerard Way wants to talk to you," and she didn't know who the hell Gerard was. And then they said it's Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance, and she had no idea about My Chemical Romance because she didn't listen to him. She thought and then you're like, well, what do they want? They want you to write for Young Animal, a DC imprint. Comic books. I do fantasy novels. I've never written a comic book before. So somebody that I don't know from a band that I don't listen to wants me to write in a format that I've never written in before. Like, what? And the reason that I bring that up, and that was why that was one of my favorite parts of the deluxe edition, I'm really happy they added that, is because we have seen this before, where you have creators who are not in this realm take a swing at bat at comic book. Yeah, I thought that was fire when I opened that dust jacket. I almost want to leave it like that. That is a dope piece. Yeah.
If you smell something stinking, that's his book because it's the shit.
So
Also,
again,
the back cover. The back cover.
I didn't even think to look at the back. That's
the
first.
back cover, baby. Yeah,
That's
I ain't gonna
fresh.
lie. This dust jacket might have to stay off. This dust jacket might have to stay off that bitch. I'm
I ain't gonna hold you.
sorry.
Like everything about that deluxe edition is great. Just the afterword with N.K. Jemisin, the paper stock they use so that
Yes.
the art really popping off the screen from Jamal. Like Jamal is fine on that book.
Oh man.
But again, the reason I bring that up with what Ernie was saying is just because we've had creators who don't know how to write comics come over here,
Yes.
and we've seen results. Some creators can't even get past issue 1. Some of them stay too long on a book. And I think from the creators that we have seen that are coming from novels, no matter what kind of novel they're coming from, but this is their first swing at bat. And I'm going to every name that I've read recently, Far Sector beats each and every one of them.
Oh
to me.
man.
And this is me. So damn, Carter, what about the Intergalactic? You heard what I said. Far Sector is well and above. I think
Just look at that.
yeah, that is fine. Like everything about like her version of a Green Lantern, which was another reason that the book was so good, is just because we don't really have to be bothered with having to hold ourselves to certain lore standards.
No.
We have to keep this in line. We have to keep that in line. No, we can pick this, and because we're a young animal, we can do the story without having to piss people off, have to worry about something else that somebody else is doing over here. We can just tell the story that we wanted to tell and don't have to worry about getting in muddied waters when it comes to storytelling stuff and lore stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool as well. But yeah, I think Far Sector, again, from all these novelists that will come over to comic book, because I think for me right now, there are two. One is a novelist, and we're talking about M.K. Jemisin today. The other one I'll tell you about next week. But because we keeping it, because I want to keep it black, right? But yeah, I think Far Sector is well and above. Yeah, I think Far Sector is the best out of these, out of your Ta-Nehisi Coates, out of your I can't remember that young woman's name who did Red Hood. Everybody who comes over in this round to do a comic, I think Far Sector is showing.
Martin?
There you go. I just couldn't remember her name, but I think Far Sector shows that you can come to the comic book space and put your foot in it just like you do with your novels, and not miss a step.
Yeah. It's interesting too because so I guess so what is Far Sector? Why didn't they just call this Green Lantern Far Sector? Why leave off because I think that was actually a thing that confused a lot of people, is because when the book came out, it didn't have, like, Far Sector wasn't a subtitle, it was the title. There was no mention of Green Lantern anything on the cover of any of the books. All you knew is that you saw a black woman on the cover, and she's holding as I just showed a moment ago. You see her with a very
that's a funky looking green.
Yeah, it's a very ornate green. Like here, just kind of show you guys a little bit better, like just so you can get an idea of the design. This is the actual design of the ring itself. Like, it was a very different Green Lantern ring. And the thing is, that wasn't just for like aesthetics. It was because she's a very, or at least at the time, was a very different type of Green Lantern. Now, what made the story special, and the reason why it was called Far Sector, is because this story took place in the farthest part of the sectors that the Green Lanterns police.
Yep.
So, like, she was literally on the outskirts, literally on the edge. She was the farthest away from the central power battery of the Green Lanterns, meaning that she could not recharge a ring if she wanted to, and she wasn't given a special lantern like a lot of the other lanterns have to recharge her ring. Her ring is a self-charging ring. Like it like basically her ring was the equivalent of a cell phone. It was the equivalent of a cell phone, and it could run out of energy, and when it did, it would take time for that bad boy to recharge. It could take anywhere from hours to days, depending on how depleted the charges were, and so long as she was not actively using it at the time. If she was actively using it, it would not recharge. If she was not using it, it would recharge. But the whole thing was that, yeah, she was given a ring and she was sent to the city Enduring, which is once again in the far sector. And basically, it's kind of funny. She was basically told, I'm going to give you one ring in 1 year to make a difference. Can you go to this place and make change? And it seems like an impossible task, even by superhero standards. But Joe is not a typical superhero. I mean, she has some of the hallmarks of a typical superhero, but I mean, just her demeanor, the way she carries herself. I mean, honestly, when reading Far Sector, I think the thing that was the most refreshing about it is that she acted just like anybody else. Like she didn't put on airs. Like I know tons of Joe Mullins. I know more than my fair share of Joe Mullins, IRL, and it was like she felt, and I think that's also probably a testament to the fact that NK was writing this, that Joe felt as real as as she did.
And a lot of other Green Lanterns they'll feel very samey because you've seen this. And with a lot of creators, you'll fall into the hole of, like, I like saying, like, John Cena syndrome, of where adversity, and then they, a lot of creators will get into that habit of, what to expect. Especially with Green Lantern, with Guy, expect him to be a little bit of a tool. With Kyle, you can expect he's gonna maybe be in over his head with astounding amount of power. With Hal, he is just going to be too cool for school, and that John is going to be John Stewart, just stoic John Stewart. So with Joe Mullen, it was a different experience with her, and it was really a breath of fresh air, because at that point you had only seen bits and pieces of Simon Baz. You had only seen bits and pieces of oh my God, I cannot remember her name. The Green Lantern from Forever Evil that wasn't a Green Lantern at first, became a
Jessica
Power
Cruz.
Ranger. Thank you. So we hadn't really seen a lot from Jessica Cruz. We hadn't really seen a lot from Baz to differentiate them from other characters. They all just kind of felt like they were in the same pot of Green Lantern gumbo. So with Joe, it was just different to see a woman who was basically okay. This might hit a nerve with Ernie.
What was that?
I feel like Joe Mullen is what Marvel wants Captain Marvel to be.
I could see that.
Okay. A woman who is just confident in her own thing and she knows how she can get stuff done. I just think with Sojourner Mullen, it was done way better than how Marvel is trying to do that, or was trying to do that with Carol Danvers.
Well, I think the other thing you got to look at too is that Joe Mullen and Carol Danvers are very they're very similar yet different in terms of like background, where they come from and what they do, but they do have like similar goals. I think the issue with Carol, and this is gonna sound crazy, is that where Joe is probably gonna feel more real to us is because, let's keep it a band, Carol's a white woman. She's a white woman, full stop, 100%. White women are never beating the charges, like, ever in life. But Joe makes a lot more sense because, as you would imagine, Joe being a black woman, and very indicative of, like, case in point, I remember, this is a little later in the book, but this is actually a scene from, her stopping, like, at a food truck. And like, I have seen Captain Marvel have very similar interactions with aliens and just random other people before, but the interaction does not play the exact same way. And it's this shot right here. When she gets the food, and
seeing Joe in main continuity now, just to remember, she was cussing like a sailor,
right? Because, like, that was the other thing. That's kind of my point. Like, in Far Sector, Joe was always kind of just going, like, I'm not trying to say that, I'm not trying to say Joe was mad niggerish or anything like that in Far Sector, but I mean, she was real close to, like, if you knew any, like, really, like, just unapologetically black women, you could find a lot of similarity in Joe, and that's how she was written. Like, I mean, like I said, this is from like issue 5, I think. But like, like, she literally was like, because I think when she was looking at this shit, she was kind of like, the fuck is this? And then when she eats it, she's like, oh shit, like, let me get some more of that. And then you see right down the bottom, she walking home with a big ass fucking jug of it.
First time I had first time your boy had green curry, I was the same way.
It's like, let me get some of that up off you. Let me get, how much of this can I take home? Like so I can heat it up later. You know what I'm saying? But no, I do agree with that assessment because, like I said, it's like they are similar. They are very similar in indeed, they just get to the same place in very different ways. One thing I will say too about Joe is that, because of the nature of her character, she kind of just gets thrust into being the super cop. She gets thrust into it. It's not something that she actively like sought out. She was minding her own damn business. As a matter of fact, they make it pretty clear that before you reach the point that she's at in Far Sector, they kind of do this really cute little thing where they kind of showcase some of her past. Like, when you get about almost midway into the book, they start showcasing some of her past. They show you where she came from, where she's been. You learn that, like, she's experienced a lot of, like, not all traumatic stuff, but just very, like, wild moments in her
She's been
life.
through some things. Yeah, she's been through some
like,
shit.
just like, I don't want to spoil any of it for y'all, but like just know, man. Also, okay, I will say this, and this is only because it's a trigger warning. They make it pretty clear to you that Joe is from New York, and not only is she from New York, but she is also from a New York that experienced 9/11. They make that. Like, and when I say experienced, I mean, like, was pretty much right there when it all went down. You know that she served, in the military, that she's, been a cop, that she has been through and not just like, those are just kind of occupational things, but like, she has also had a pretty, tumultuous family life and and other relationships, and when she ends and she's at a very low point in her life when she's offered the Green Lantern ring, and it's almost to a point where like her life has gotten so low that she almost doesn't really even question like what's going on. She literally meets a little blue woman and is like, fuck it. Yeah. Like it's just like, fuck it, we going. But no, also, you know what I'll say too, this is something I will always give to Joe, because and I'm actually kind of sad that we don't see a lot of this in the Absolute Green Lantern series, because once again, remember the Green Lantern that we follow primarily in the Absolute series is Joe Mullen. But I mean, once again, a kind of somewhat like a similar yet still kind of different Joe Mullen. Mm-hmm. Man, Joe always had the sauce. Joe is always, dude, this is what I loved about Joe, is that these motherfuckers said, yeah, look, so your ring, yeah, that bitch on a charge. But
the freedoms they gave the artists to just with what to do with constructs was really, really cool. That was really, really cool.
I loved that she would just use her ring for all kind of random bullshit. It's like, look, you know you got to put that, you got to let that, set it down. You can't be playing Candy Crush on the ring.
You're the one that said that it was like a cell phone. So you know what she did? You know how some of y'all asses will put y'all phone in low power mode, but still be doing shit that drain that battery? That's what that she, you know what? I'm gonna put it in low power mode. But I still need to look fucking immaculate. That's what I love
it. I fucking love it. Oh, but no, I'm here for it. Like the fact that she would walk around, she had like a little police hat, she got the little poncho and little cape shit on. Yeah. I was like, bro, and then not only that, she would have like the little visor thing that she would pull up over her face and shit. I was like, dude, that's cold, man. I was like, I love to see shit like that. Just you know what it was. You know what I think Joe probably gets a lot of shine from fans for, is because I feel like, remember why people liked Kyle Rayner? Because he was an artist, and because he was an artist, he used to always come up with really intricate and very creative hard constructs. Mm-hmm. And so you would always see some wild shit that Kyle was doing. And the thing that I always loved about Joe was that she was kind of the same, in that regard. Mm-hmm. Not because she was an artist, but just because she just always found really interesting ways to use her power ring. Not to say, once again, you're a Green Lantern, that's par for the course. You know what I'm saying? That is par for the course. Yes, you're going to be using your power ring to make all kind of wild and off-the-wall bullshit. But the thing is, I felt like for her, hers always just felt interesting because, as you would imagine, Green Lantern constructs almost always give you an insight into the Green Lantern's personality in a way where you don't need any exposition to set it up. But for case in point, and this kind of goes, this isn't really a spoiler, this just kind of goes into one of my other favorite things about this book, and it's the intros for every book.
Yeah.
Every intro is a recap, but it's a recap that's handled like you're watching a TV show. Case in point.
It reminded me of fucking it reminded me of Shameless.
Yeah, a lot.
It really reminded me of
Shameless. Even though technically this is just for the intro, but the fact that she made a power loader from fucking aliens.
Yeah.
I was just like,
So if any of you don't know what we're talking about, there's a TV show Shameless. They would always sing right before a new episode was one of the characters from the show would literally break the fourth wall and be talking directly to you, which is how Jameson wrote it in the book.
Yeah, right here,
Joe is talking to you, where this panel here where she's wearing the alien power loaders. I'm doing what I can to keep the peace, but you know what doesn't help a situation like this? Assassinating a counselor, which someone just did. Now I got to fix these people's mess. Welcome to Far Sector. Just like in Shameless, one of those characters come, hey, you weren't here last week for that episode of Shameless, and then they show you the preview and
Yeah.
yeah, that part was really cool. And again, it just goes back to me wanting to see more from N.K. Jemisin in the comic book space, just because of the stuff that she did in this book. Go ahead.
No, this is also a favorite of mine. Nobody has a clue how to handle all this except me. Welcome to Far Sector. Bop!
And she just punched somebody in the fucking face. Yeah.
I was like, it was shit like that like I mean, it's just like, oh man, what issue? I think it was the second. No, yeah, it was the second issue. The one where she does the whole Matrix. She does the whole Matrix gimmick where like you open a book, you hear clop, 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 then you see her walk up with them heels.
Yeah.
And then she just
literally the part of a TV show. Yeah.
Just made herself a fucking chair just like off of Matrix, and just and literally right here. This is basically like if you somehow missed the first issue, this issue perfectly lets you know everything that was going on up to that point. So, okay, I'm Sojourner Mullen, the newest human Green Lantern assigned to a region of the universe that's far outside the Corps' usual jurisdiction. Definitely far from Earth. Just far. It says, it's just me out here, lone sheriff on the frontier. I like it that way so far. This sector is home to the city enduring a metropolis of 20 billion citizens, which has just had its first murder in 5 centuries. And then right after that, you just jump right here into the whole fray. And like it goes on from there. Another thing that I really like about this book is and I don't know if anyone had paid quite as much attention to this. I know some people did who were reading this at the time, but it was one of my personal favorite things is that this book often whenever they would do like the title or like credits or whatever, they would do this thing where they would put up a quote. They would put up a quote of somebody, and the quotes all kind of varied from one thing to another. Sometimes they would show up at the beginning of the book. Sometimes they would show up at the end of the book. And I think maybe every once in a blue moon, maybe they would show up somewhere, somewhere in the middle. Just kind of depends on. I think honestly, it really just kind of depended on what was going on at the time. But I think most of them were at the beginning. But like case in point, you got this one right here. Is you might win some, but you just lost one. Lauren Hill. And the thing is, the quotes are always very much indicative of either what you were about to read in the book or what you just read. In the book. And like I said, they kind of jump all over the place. I think there's the oh my god, I think there was one. Oh man, there was one that actually surprised me. Yeah, it was this one right here. It was one that they got from it was a George Carlin quote. This is actually one of my favorite ones. But it says, "Bullshit is the glue that binds us as a nation." And it's kind of funny because when you read this issue, it's when basically there's a lot of revelations about what's going on with the government, of the city enduring, as well as how the people of the city enduring are being treated, and things of that nature. So yeah, it was good shit. It was I don't know, man. It's such a well done series that I'm actually like and I said earlier I was kind of worried that the book at the time when I read it, I was like, man, I worry this won't catch on. But then my fears were largely laid to rest because I was like, because you had as we get a new black character, people are gonna get pissed off. Companies are gonna want to back off because they're not gonna want to stoke the fires. They're not gonna want to upset their fans or anything of that nature. They're gonna, oh, we don't want anybody to be mad at us, because we told a story about a black character or anything like that, and we made her cool. Yeah, we made her interesting, so now people are gonna they're little their little booties are going to be hurt because we made them read a black character. What I love, this is another thing. I actually thought this was hilarious. Before I get to my point, I love the fact that she had a Jon Stewart Funko Pop. I thought that was kind of amazing. Just chilling, just in the background, and also a bunch of random other shit. Just
So, pause, because they actually referenced this because somebody else was asking, like, is the deluxe version of Far Sector the only? Is there another version of Far bigger than the deluxe? And no, there isn't. The deluxe is the most newest thing. I know some people were like, I need to do what I did, or hopefully you can do what I did. I had it in a trade. I took it to my LCS. I traded it in and got the deluxe version instead. Just paid a little bit extra in store credit and all that jazz. But in the deluxe version that's not in the trade, I don't know if it's going to be in the compact edition. I don't know. But there is an epilogue from DC Power 2024 that was not in the trade, and it's the end of the story with Joe doing some stuff, but she's talking with Jon Stewart, and Jon Stewart is helping her pack some stuff up, and his eye catches that figure, and she just kind of has the look of like, see, like, what had happened was, he was like, don't even worry about it. I got one myself when I went to Comic-Con when it first came out. So that is I think that epilogue is exclusive to the deluxe version of Far Sector. But I will say and it's the same creative team, N.K. Jemisin, Jamal. And I will say that the back and forth, just the dialogue between Joe and Jon Stewart in that epilogue absolutely made me want to book with them too.
Oh no,
It absolutely made me want to book. I would read that book with them too.
What was it they did? God, was it? I think it was like the I want to say it was the Emerald Knight. I think it was the Emerald Knight joint that they did. And you actually get to see them together a lot. They kind of get separated though at various points. So like they're kind of like that's kind of like the one weakness of the book, I think, is that like, they're not always together, but when they are together, it is pretty fucking interesting. I like it. And that is something that, in this, you definitely want that, because that interaction is not in the it's not in the normal trade.
It's not a trade. Oh, and Will the Greatest, the deluxe version of Far Sector, it just came out last year. Though it's relatively
yes, this
new.
is new.
So that's why.
Yeah, this is relatively new. But no, what I love about like this book proves that you can have a sci-fi story that actually leans into its blackness, and not just with the main character. Like, you can really kind of like, hell, one of the main, I guess, like one of like the main supporting characters of the book, while he is an alien, he is very black coded. That is like really quite a few of the aliens that Joe encounters in the story. Like, well, yes, they are aliens, and once again, there's like multiple different alien species, but like it actually kind of leaned into how just because this shit is far away from Earth doesn't mean that Earth shit ain't happening. Like, it showed that people aren't really all that different across the entire universe, which I thought was a really interesting way to handle it, because, I think a lot of times, people like to think that humanity is something that's so unique that like it couldn't exist in something else. And I think that was always something that kind of rubbed me the wrong way with how certain sci-fi stories would be told. But in this, Joe encounters all kinds of different types of people, and they can all be broken down or compared to the types of people that you would find and see on Earth. And not only that, a lot of the problems that she's dealing with in this book, whether it be a police force that is over policing its citizens versus a government that you can't seem to get along to save their lives, and even down to how people are being manipulated. Like that, one of the things you probably might have noticed is as I've shown some of these images, you've probably seen mentions of stuff like switch off and emotion exploits and things of that nature. That's kind of the reason why you reach the point of the story that you do. What is the the launching point for it is the first murder in 5 centuries. And it's because they have the emotion exploit. It basically keeps people from, freaking out, from getting too angry, from getting too fucked up about shit, and a lot of other things. But they also have, there's a drug that is also making the rounds called switch off that basically does away with that shit. And it's kind of about, this story is basically about how much a government can overreach and think that it's doing something to protect its people when in fact what it's doing is actively harming its people. It's about maybe questioning and challenging the status quo, because that's also another thing. There's not normally a Green Lantern out there. And the city Enduring is literally stuck in a status quo. Like, they have been doing what they've been doing for a long time. Now, do they have a good reason for doing what they're doing? One can make that argument, because it was literally just war and destruction between like multiple alien species for centuries on end. And it's no longer a thing. But it's at what cost? At what cost do you reach that point? And like I said, it's good. It's really good shit. And I love the fact that, you've got a black woman writing this series and a character that, as I was kind of alluding to earlier, that I honestly did not expect. Not because I didn't think she was good, but because I wasn't really sure how people were going to respond to her. And we wound up getting a black character who ended up jumping from the young animal, which, as Carter said earlier, not mainline continuity. I think the first time we saw her in mainline was in DC Future State, and then after Future State, she became a regular staple of the mainline DC universe, and eventually even the Green Lantern of the Absolute universe. So it's like her stock just rose. And, it's a beautiful thing to see, because I think Joe is a lot of the reason why we have the Green Lantern Corps comic that we have right now, which is a predominantly black and brown book. So I don't know, man.
Cool and all. That's cool and all, and I hear you, but I think that just a far sector, if you're taking the character that she thought up, with her and Gerard Way, whatever they did to character, because let me backtrack a bit.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Young Animal was like Absolute, where to me, if you leave people the fuck alone and just let creators create, you will get good stories 90% of the time.
Yeah.
So when it was to a point where this is clearly over here, but it's received so well, the art was doing a fantastic job, the writing was doing a fantastic job, to where you no longer want them over there. Come over here.
Yes.
Come on. I feel like that speaks volume in a like that is huge. And what I'm getting at here is, and what I was trying to, Green Lantern Corps is cool and all, but if you all can take the character that she thought up with the writing that she put out and bring that character to main continuity I think that she more than deserves to, and this is just if N.K. Jemisin wanted to do that, to continue writing that character.
Mhm.
I think you more than show that you can play ball just as well as everyone else did it for a year with Far Sector with these 12 issues. So yes, that's probably why we got the Green Lantern Corps. But at the same time, I think that we can have another book, or maybe Joe and John could have been the Green Lantern Corps, and then you could rotate and let's see how she interacts with Guy. Let's see how she interacts with Kyle. Let's see how she interacts with Hal. Instead of just making it this big, just jumbled mess. But I've already talked about Green Lantern Corps and how I feel about that book and how that's you could have taken that and made it to Power Company, but I'm not saying all that. Basically, the point I'm getting at here is I think N.K. Jemisin has shown that she could have continued this book mainline. Call it whatever you want to call it, and I don't have a problem with how Joe is written now, but because let's do it like this, guys. Let's do it like this, and this is for everybody. You've gone out to eat somewhere and the food was great, but it could be the exact same thing that your family cooks, like your mama cook or dad, grandmama, aunt, or some such. It's the same thing that they do, but I don't know what it is. Man, when moms does it, man, when dad does it, man, when grandma does it, it's just a little bit better. You see what I mean? So, and again, this is not me knocking the other creatives that have tackled Joe and Green Lantern Corps like that, but I just feel like this is a book this is a character that should still be written by the individual who brought it to the dance in the first place. You're muted.
While I agree,
Okay.
I don't know if that's entirely DC's choice. I think it might slick be NK's choice.
Okay.
Because, I mean, like I said, she literally dropped that shit and went right back to writing award-winning novels and prose and shit. And just my interactions with N.K. Jemisin online have been largely limited, but, like, she doesn't really... I mean, she doesn't strike me as anyone who seems to be too terribly bothered by it or anything. Novels are kind of her bread. It's kind of... You know what it is? It kind of reminds me of... in some respects to Evil Ewing over at Marvel, she also is she writes novels from time to time. I mean, she writes books and she teaches classes. She's a whole fucking professor and shit. So sometimes I feel like it just kind of maybe it may come down more to time. And I don't know. I feel like maybe she prefers writing prose as opposed to comics. That's always the vibe I got out of it. In regards to NK, but yeah. That said, I do think that what happened? What the fuck did you see?
So I saw two things, but Osiris misspoke. He said, "I see this turning into an." He's talking about M.K. Jemisin and why she maybe didn't want to continue writing the book. He said, "I see this turning into an Orlando Brown American God situation real quick. It's Orlando Jones. It is not Orlando Brown, dog. Orlando Brown is that's so Raven. Orlando, big dog.
Yeah, wrong Orlando.
Orlando, big dog. Yeah. Orlando Jones. That's number one. Number two, Dan exclaims, shout out to you, big dog. Ernie did a video about the Dakota incident and everything like that. We hadn't really spoken on it a lot today, but he's done a whole goddamn video about that, so you can watch that. I've seen your new shorts as well. Good shit on. But yeah,
Yes.
man, that boy said Orlando Brown. I cannot see Orlando Brown
Right.
watching American Gods, bro. That is nuts.
Oh, honestly, I don't want to see Orlando Brown. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I'm now my mind. See, this is what y'all have done to me. Now my mind is actually like deep faked Orlando Brown into the role of Mr. Anansi, and now I can't get it out, and now I'm mad. Now I'm mad because I'm like, God damn, this is
Okay,
bullshit.
real quick. Let me knock these super chats out real quick, and you can tell me if we got other ones because there's one I want to get to that's pertaining to Far Sector right now.
Go
and
ahead.
That's from the Real Bone Factor. He's been in the golden age of Blerd Club
Let's
for
go.
19. He said for 19 months. He said the deluxe edition of Far Sector right now is $22.54 on Amazon right now, and I don't know if that counts Prime shipping. I know a lot of y'all don't have Prime. I'll use somebody else's Prime. I salute you. But if you want to go pick up the deluxe version of Far Sector, here's your sign. Highlight 915 in the Golden Age Blerd Club for 37 months. He said, "What up, Ernie and what up, dog? Can you both name a Black DC and Marvel character that you think would thrive with a solo under an indie publication?" The one we talking about right now. Thank you. Malik Cooper been in the Blerd Cup Gold for 3 months. He said, "What up? What up? What up?" I'm not gonna do the shriek like Martin does. I wanted to show y'all love and get a happy birthday. My brother and I are 31 years old today. In the words of my sister, when she found out I was 37. Damn, nigga, you old as fuck. Happy birthday. And I'm trying not to say that word enough, but I'm trying not to cuss. But yes, man, happy birthday to you, Malik. Happy birthday to your brother. Hopefully you all enjoy your Saturday, your birthday. Just practice safe sex. Don't play the pullout game out in these streets because these streets are crazy right now.
Yes, they are.
With that said, Ernie, please continue with your. If we don't have any more,
No,
I think
we have plenty. We got
plenty. Cool.
No, we are not caught up.
I can only see the ones that are on the YouTube side.
Yeah, no, well, I was gonna say you should be able to see my side. I would hope. But no, we've got one here. This is over on the we got we got Fabric 86 with the Streamlab super chat with the 5 says me. When is Rodney Barnes going to drop Philadelphia number 36? Carter, go ask that dastardly savage dragon.
So
yeah,
funny thing about that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that 5. You're wondering when 36 is coming out. I'm wondering when that deluxe hardcover of volume 3 is coming out because he said it's coming. I'm gonna wait until he finishes Crownsville and hopefully we get some news on that.
Yeah, which I think he's close. I think Crownsville is close. I think issue 3 or 4 came out.
So yes, Dan exclaims, just FYI, if you don't know, there are 2 deluxe hardcovers out right now of Philadelphia if you want to go pick those up. But when it pertains to Savage Dragon, real quick, I actually pissed someone off in my LCS this week when I was picking up the Tin Can Society because there was a group of people in there talking about Savage Dragon to the lady at the register. And apparently I had a look on my face. And she's like, "Not a Savage Dragon guy, Carter?" And that's when I've said what I have said on here several times before. No, I'm not a Savage Dragon guy. Savage Dragon is for men who smell women's seats when they're not around. She proceeded to bust out laughing, and the dude mugged me until I walked to my car. So
I bet he has
Savage Dragon over here.
I bet he has Savage Dragon
over here.
Yeah, I
he
bet
was
he
the one that was talking to the lady at the register about it. So yeah.
He probably had about 4-5 copies of Savage Dragon plus 2 trades in his hand, didn't he? He
had a compendium.
Oh, he even nastier. He wanted that nastiness collected in one place. Nasty. Yeah. Absolutely, positively diabolical. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna lie. As soon as I would have saw that shit in his hands, I would have immediately.
That is nuts. You read Savage Dragon with lotion. That is a sick man.
That is a.
Hey. Hey, you don't touch a doorknob. You don't shake his hand. You don't let him, you don't put your hand on the you matter of fact, this is something I've seen a lot of older men do. They don't even fist bump you anymore. They hit you with the elbow real quick and keep walking. That's how you touch people when you greet a savage dragon enthusiast. You
just you just like honestly, I just look. I was like,
yeah.
They
totally get a good whiff when a woman goes to the kitchen. Absolutely.
But no, in all seriousness though, no man, Savage Dragon is no, it's not. It's don't do that to yourself.
I meant to talk to you about this real quick. We got a 5 from Highlight 915. This was Big Earn. Any excitement for Gail Simone writing The House that Al Simmons built? Gail Simone is writing She Spawn. I think she is going to kill it. I forgot to ask you about that, big dog.
I'm gonna read it because it's Gail, but that's it. That's it. Gail, if you're watching, just know if you ever question my devotion, as my child has been recently saying, no promotion without devotion. All hail the cult of the father. But no.
Yep.
Gail, I want you to know I have maximum devotion because I fucking hate Spawn. And yet I'm probably going to read She Spawn only because it's you.
There you go.
But no, I speak in jest. I don't hate Spawn. I just don't find Spawn terribly interesting. And you know what? With over the years, Spawn's the reason why Spawn kind of has further become one of those books that I'm like I know how much Spawn means to our community, but there's some shit Todd McFarlane has said about Spawn where I'm just kind of like,
tell you something funny that happened to
fuck
me
all
this week.
that.
I saw some BS Reddit story about how Jamie Foxx was still Jamie Foxx is shooting for the King Spawn film, and that made me, when I was driving home one day, stop laughing, shut your mouth.
No. It was,
what'd you see? What?
No, you keep talking. I'll pull it up so you can see what I'm giggling about. Cool.
So anyway, there's some BS story I saw on Reddit about Jamie Foxx. He's currently filming the King Spawn movie, which made me want to listen to Jamie Foxx on the way home yesterday.
Yeah.
Listening to DJ play a love song and thinking about Jamie being in the Spawn suit while singing DJ play a love song, I can't unsee anymore. So I don't want this movie to happen no more.
I mean,
thinking about Spawn singing Unpredictable to Wanda real quick.
Oh my God. Wanda! No, I'll tell you what I was laughing about. It was when I pulled up YouTube.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought you were laughing.
Yeah. I was like, I was just like, I saw that shit. I was just like,
No, not Wanda from Living Color. You know what? We getting off.
No, get off that. Get off that. Yes, Far Sector. But yeah, no, I feel like if you're someone who likes sci-fi, you're someone who likes strong, women, as your protagonist. You like strong black women as your protagonist. You like nuanced, characters and people in complex and complicated situations. Like I said, there's a lot to love in the realm of Far Sector, but I do not want to get too far off base because we actually do have more. I'm actually waiting for this to load up so it will actually show me. Here we go. We also got Devon Dynamo hit us with the gifting out the Blerd Club Gold. We've also got Douglas DJ Supreme Jones with and this is actually something that came from like these were not through today's show, but these are like ones that came in overnight, which I thought was really cool. Because we don't usually get that. So I thought this was really
That's cool.
I thought this was really interesting. But no, Douglas DJ Supreme Jones picked up a Black Comics Matter t-shirt and left a message saying, I think I've been here since the beginning. I have so much respect for you as a person. The way you handled that situation with Rob was the epitome of class. And that's the thing. I think that's something that's getting lost in the sauce of the whole situation. Like, I don't really want to spend any time pontificating about it here, but I will just say that for a lot of the people who who you have been following that situation, there are some who have criticized how I handled the situation. There are people who have accused me of trying to pilfer Rob's audience, which, by the way, I know for a fact a lot of my audience is already Rob's audience, so I can't really steal what I've already got. And like the people who are part of Rob's audience who do not subscribe to me, there's a very good reason for that, and it's because I don't give them what Rob gives them. Like, I've been in Rob's comment sections for many years. His fans fucking hate me. They hated me before I said anything bad about the guy. So if anyone who thinks that I was trying to steal those fans, y'all think way less of me than you should. That said, we've also, and that's also the other thing. I could have been way uglier about the situation, but I wasn't. I decided to speak from place of genuine concern and honestly, just, I don't know. Almost indifference. Almost indifference. Like right up close to the line of indifference.
Your concern was my concern when I talked about that guy like 2 or 3 weeks ago that said that Ultimate Black Panther was the best book out of the Ultimates line, and I commented to him and I said, did he need me to call somebody for him, and had he hurt himself?
Was that the bat signal?
Yeah, just to say that, I knew that there was something was not right, and I reached out to the guy and I said, do you want me to call? Did you have your I've fallen and I can't, did you have your alert button? Did you need me to hit it? Did you some people just to make sure everything was all right? So I know what you mean when you say concern, because I had concern for that brother on the YouTube comment. So yeah, I know what you. There you go, the life alert bracelet. That's what I was looking for.
Gavin knows what's up.
I just wanted to make sure he was all right. Because saying Ultimate Black Panther is the best Ultimate book,
you would lie.
Something's amiss. So I just wanted to make sure that my fellow comic enjoyer was okay.
Yes.
Carter cares, people. Carter cares.
We are a forward-thinking and very caring group of people. Okay, we love our people. We want to make sure they are taken care of. We want to make sure they are okay. We want the best. We want the best for each and every one of you. We don't want you to suffer. We don't want you to hurt. But that said, yeah, there's some sick Negroes out there, and I call a sick Negro when I see one. What was it? I actually and I'll say this too, just real quick, and then we'll move it along. I was just really surprised that, you know what? Fuck it. I'll share this.
Before you do, you know what? Yes, do that. I'm gonna do it in chat. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes. And I can answer both of these actually. Gavin, yes, I did. I actually did end up talking. Yeah. I did end up talking with Marquise, and I won't repeat anything that was said, but I'll just say that I now have information. I know I have a better perspective on things. But DC is never beating the charges for me. That's it. Can we just say that the fact that I have had celebrities weigh in on this situation is insane to me. Like, or celebrities or people with bigger stances in the universe than myself. Real quick, because I'm going to give us back the 1 and the 2, but also shout out to Aaron McBride, who picked up the classic Blerd Without Fear shirt. Said, love what you do. They actually said, love what you do, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, see, these are people out here who fuck with me. These are people right here who fuck with me. They're buying t-shirts. They're buying t-shirts, goddammit. Y'all can be buying t-shirts, goddammit. Y'all can be getting them too. I'm just putting that out there. Anyway, also, we got Devon Dynamo, man, with the 49 months of the Blerd Club Silvermine says, please support DC Milestone's recent release, you goddamn right.
There is no recent release because it ain't out yet.
Well, no. Well, I mean, it's not out yet, but
Next week.
But next week it will be out, and we need to go buy it. Is what I am saying. I am saying go purchase it. I will tell a motherfucker off rip. I can have I can hold 2 conflicting opinions at the same time. I contain multitudes.
Okay.
I can, in the same breath, say fuck DC Comics, but also still support Milestone. Like I can that is my I am a man, like, and here's the thing, to show you how principled I am. I read the motherfucker already. I know what happens in the book. Well, I might not anymore. It's always tumultuous as to whether or not this is going to be the case, but I have access to the DC Comics press box. The fucking box account that they give access to press to, in publications to like read comics ahead of time so they can, do reviews on them. So yeah, I read that motherfucker before it even leaked. So the fact that I am still going to put my money behind it, like my hard-earned fucking money behind it, then I think that ought to tell y'all a lot. That I am willing to buy a book where I already know what happens in it. So that's just me. But
yeah.
Yes,
I do want to get us back to.
Well, we got one more. We got one more.
No, we got one. No, we got several. We have several more.
Yeah, actually, take that back. Take that. Okay, so we have got. Well, for one, here's some DC Comics. You know what? Honestly, I look at this as reparations. Shout out to Gavin for gifting 5 Blerd Club gold memberships. This is reparations right here. This is what DC should be doing. If DC really wanted to see, if DC really want to shut me up, they'd be like, hey, give that nigga some coins. Give that man some coins. Shut him up, goddammit. He's saying too much. But no, in all fairness, though, we have also got the homie Jeffrey Thorne out here with the 10 says, NK is the GOAT. People are still sleeping on her, and she is killing on all fronts. And this is objectively true. Like there is no debate. This is not this is not up for discussion. I think.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Is this up for discussion?
Try me.
That far sector is one of the best sci-fi stories DC Comics will ever publish. Or is Joseph Illich just trying to glaze N.K. Jemisin so he can get a book one time? Is that what you think? What you think?
Well, no. I think that it is true because, I mean, here's the thing. Okay, all right. Sci-fi is a pretty wide open genre, so I mean, you can make an argument that just about any DC book is sci-fi. But when I talk about sci-fi, I'm talking about hard sci-fi. I'm talking about like full-on sci-fi. And I'm sorry, but Far Sector, like, okay, you know what? Far Sector is so good. I'm actually pissed that DC, the DC animation wing, didn't try to make this into like like a.
Well, absolutely not. No. We all know. See.
Well, not now. Okay. I'm talking about before.
Okay.
Like this. Like, cause you gotta remember, this was back when
my heart, Carruthers. My heart. You scared the shit out of me there.
Not now. Not now. Okay, first off, they did that shit now. man, I'm not gonna hold you. This shit would be ass because they don't know what the fuck they're doing right now with that animation.
It took Aldous Hodge, a ass whooping from The Rock, and a Morgan Freeman TV show on Prime to get the stink of the Green Lantern animated movie up off it. That's how much it took.
That man had to go do
series and an ass whooping from a bad DC movie to get the stink of Jon Stewart off of him from that animated movie. Come on now.
He said, "I'm cross now." He said, "I'm cross now. I don't know this." He's like, "I don't know this Jon Stewart no more." But I think this is a very fair and very appropriate assessment of the situation. NK is quite literally like here, and just in case, because I feel like maybe I might. I feel like maybe earlier in this, because I know there are some people who may not actually be as familiar with NK's work. But here's the thing. Here's what I need y'all to know about NK. She man, quite literally, that woman got the Hugo. She got the Hugo. So I mean, that right there is in and of itself. That's a lot. That is a lot. Okay. They don't just hand out Hugos. Okay. And she doesn't have just one. She's got at least 2 or 3 of them junts on her desk, I imagine. So, I know for a fact she got one for, I think it was for the Obelisk, gate.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she won another one for the 5th season. I don't remember. No, lies. She has 3rd one for the Stone Sky. So yeah, they don't just hand them hoes out, okay? They don't just go like, oh yeah, here, you get a Hugo, you get a Hugo, you get a Hugo, you get a Hugo. No. You got to be a bad motherfucker to get a Hugo award. So, so for me, I think the fact, like honestly, I think if DC were able to convince NK to come back and write like a Far Sector follow-up or just another thing altogether, they say, hey, we want you to come back, just write some Vixen shit. We want you to come back and write some Jon Stewart shit. We want you to come back, write some Mr. Terrific shit. Honestly, I think that she would just do what she's already done. And that is walk in, shit on the game, and then walk out and just and drop the mic on us, because that's just what she does.
Okay, so the one area I would disagree.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say Vixen, but I said no because with Far Sector she made me read a Green Lantern book, and I hadn't read it in a minute, and it was great.
Yeah,
Jon Stewart is the only one where I would absolutely disagree with you. Because if NK wrote Jon Stewart, I'm gonna tell you what happened. Even though I like the Jon Stewart that I read from her in the epilogue in the deluxe, it's just gonna be a lot more motherfuckers that would just be like, okay, Jon Stewart is cool and all. Sweetie, where is Joe? You're gonna have a lot of motherfuckers
where
asking
Joe
for Joe. It's gonna be just a lot of people asking for Joe.
Well, no, and the thing is, it's because they are very, like, yeah, it's... It sucks because I like that, oh, I can hear myself again. That was, gotcha. But no, I love Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart was my Green Lantern. And still is. Joe is also my Green Lantern. 100%. That's not even, it's not even up for debate. But to really really nail it home, if you want more reason as to why you should be looking at this title, you should be looking at a Far Sector. Look, this is a book that is going to respect 1, your time, 2, your wallet, 3, your intelligence. This book is not going to treat you as though you don't know about Green Lantern shit. Like, the book honestly kind of assumes that you are at least somewhat familiar with how Green Lanterns work, so you don't have to feel like, oh, this book's going to treat me like I'm a fucking 2-year-old and I've never seen a Green Lantern ring before. No, it's going to just assume that, yes, at the very least, you are somewhat familiar, and it's going to also open you up to the new possibilities for what it means to be a Green Lantern, and even kind of place Joe in some scenarios where, I mean, well, once again, I love Jon Stewart, and, you know, I think Hal Jordan is some of the time, in a position that I don't feel like we see Green Lanterns in very often. This book has political intrigue. It has social commentary. It has emotion. It has multifaceted people who are doing things for reasons that, while you may not agree with in some way, shape, form, or fashion, you could make sense out of why they're doing some of the bullshit and fuckery that they are doing. It starts, with a little bit of a murder mystery, kind of misdirect in a whodunit style fashion. But ultimately, this book is probably some of the best, social, economic, and political commentary I've seen in a comic in quite some time. And we've gotten some pretty good ones in that regard. You need look no further than like Philadelphia or The Power Fantasy or Bitterroot or, the Department of Truth and things of that nature. But this book actually manages to tackle all of it. It tackles all of it in 12 issues. And I will say, well, yes, you can pick up the trade, as Carter alluded earlier. It is better to pick up. It is better to pick up this. I don't have honestly, I've made my decision. This dust jacket, yeah, this motherfucker ain't never going back on. This is the book now. This is the book now. Yeah. Look for this. Look for this. You see that right there? Look for this cover. But no, you taking that motherfucker off, because this is just, dude, this goes hard to motherfucker, dude. Oh my God. Also, okay, look, back matter. This is also the other reason. What main thing is, you are going to get that epilogue story at the end. So once again, that just is worth the price of admission. But also, what I love about this, and I think every book should be doing this, it pisses me off when I read a book that does not do this. If I don't see back matter in your book, we got to fight. Those are the rules now. If I see you on the street, we got to square up. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. We fighting. We are fighting, and I don't want no hard feelings when it's over, okay? Gavin, you really ain't shit. I just want you to know that. You ain't shit, and I want you to know that. You ain't shit. Buffer said, all that for under $150? What a steal! No, it's true. It is true. It is true. But no, here's what I love about this, and here, I want to show you guys some things. I like it when I get the notes. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to know what people were thinking about. Case in point, I don't know if people paid attention to this, but in this book, you can get the visual clothing and appearance notes for what they use as inspiration for Joe, her look, her costume, everything. Case in point, they say on here, general aesthetics, Afrofuturism, Shinjuku fashion, Alexander McQueen, and Eurovision. And it also puts in parentheses, not the batshit here stuff. They said just Eurovision, not the craziness. The films, they bring up Pumzi, a short science fiction film by Wanuru Kalu. The Fifth Element comes up. Janelle Monáe's Many Moons video. 300. Yes, I know, but the Persians, since the Spartans look like ass. That's in the notes. Artist, Julie Dillon. John Jude Palancar, Miranda Meeks, Leo and Diane Dillon. And then it says sayings and slang in the city. It says the usual shit, fuck, no, damn, because Christian. And then it says no deities, most city citizens are now atheists. And then it says for burnt home's sake and for the love of the core worlds, like just like little random things that they kind of threw in here. And then like you've also got the outlines. You've got the outlines for each of the 12 issues, like just full written breakdowns of everything that needs to happen. Now that
makes me wonder,
yes,
who helped put that together.
Yeah. Oh, now that talking about the visual references?
Whoa, no.
Or they're talking about the outline.
who thought to put that in the book?
Oh, I have no.
I've never seen that in a book before. Like,
Yeah,
where
like,
we're
yeah.
referencing why they are dressed the way they are
Yes.
dressed. I think I fixed my audio for some of y'all too that I saw were complaining about it in the chat. I think I fixed it.
Oh
But
yeah, you were cutting out off and on, but it was
yeah,
really
I
weird. It
think
wasn't all the
I
time.
think that's why I cut the studio shit off, is because I kept
Yeah.
going in and out. But if I cut the studio shit on, you start hearing yourself. But anyway, I think I
Right.
fixed it.
Yeah, no, yeah. I think everything sounds like it's good now. Here's the thing. I just wanted to be known. Also, I love seeing the character designs. I love seeing character designs and turnarounds. This is type, like, honestly, when I buy a deluxe edition hardcover, really, I buy any fucking like omnibus hardcover trade. It doesn't really matter. Also, I love this right here too. The world building notes gives you a breakdown of all the different alien species that show up in the book, and I'm talking, look at that, detailed information. And I'm sorry,
this is gonna sound so corny, but like that deluxe version,
yes,
is just like this is the definitive version.
yeah,
But at the same time, I would love to see more books do that.
yes,
I think that'll be a really cool thing to see in these books, where you all get a lot of your ideas from, as opposed to just variant covers and then that's the end of it. Yeah, Inside Baseball is always dope to look at.
this shit, I know you said no deities, but I just want you to know I heard no diggity. I ain't gonna lie, I could hear it too. But no, it's and this also, I want to take this right here because this is from Jamelin Parks. Says NK also wrote Joe like she had a job to do and has her own mind, as opposed to just being a superhero with no motivation. This is also true, because that's also kind of the thing. Like, yes, Joe is summoned to like police the situation. She is summoned to be there, to be like not only there in a law enforcement capacity, but she is also there to basically make sure shit does not pop off, in any like crazy or off the wall way. Also, I love there are just so many. I don't know. There's just so much there that they're working with, that they're doing, and like Joe at no point is like you get to watch her kind of try to decide how she wants to navigate this whole thing. Like, she doesn't come in like, I mean, yeah, she already kind of has her ideals, but like, she doesn't come to this just thinking she automatically has the answer. She just knows that the answer will not be found amongst the people who she is dealing with. Like, she knows that like it's gonna take her actually getting to the bottom of it to figure the whole thing out. And it's like I said, it's done in such a way that she's not a typical superhero. Like she is a lot more than that.
The having her own mind comment that Jamelin Park said that's one of my favorite things with it, because I think with a lot of these Green Lantern stories, what we get is every Green Lantern having their way of doing things. But what tends to happen is they all have their way of doing things, but at some point chickens will come home to roost, and we're going to see the Guardians have to get involved, maybe punish them real quick, just slap them on the hand or something like that. But in this case, like, the having her own mind is literally, it goes back to the far sector, because she's so far out. She don't really have to worry about the Guardians having to get involved, or the Guardians telling her, no, you can't go about this. So she's really having to figure everything out for herself. So it's a good thing and also a bad thing, because she doesn't have them to kind of ask for stuff. So she's having to use like Earth sensibilities to figure out this first murder that has happened here. So a lot of that is really cool with her.
Can I just say something? I love how, okay, here's another cool thing about these notes. So check this out. This is something that you would not know otherwise. So, I told you how we have like an outline for each issue. Remember how we talked about how each of these issues has a quote from like a famous person or like just someone of note? So these outlines actually tell you what some of the original quotes were going to be that were going to show up in the book. And I just want you to know something, Carter. This was actually changed because on issue 11, it says that the quote was going to be, "No church in the wild." By Kanye West, but it is not actually the quote that shows up in issue 11. The quote that shows up in issue 11 is, "In order to rise from its own ashes, a phoenix first must burn," by Octavia Butler.
I will take that over Kanye right now every day of the week. And Mr. B Jax 9000, this is a very good question. Are they going to do a trade paperback of this series, Ernie Carruthers?
Trade paperback. Oh, wait. Are you wanting softback trade papers?
That's not why I asked you that fucking question. See, you ruined everything.
I'm
Mr.
sorry.
B Jax, this series came out originally only in a trade paperback. We're just talking about the deluxe because that's what we have, because that's the version that we wanted. But they also just came out with a compact edition, which is the whole series for $9.99. So yeah, big dog, you kind of late to the party when it comes to when they release stuff. So yes, to answer your question, yes, it's already out.
Also, I love that this actually stayed. This is the Angela Davis quote that shows up at the very final the quote of the final issue. "I'm no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I'm changing the things I cannot accept." By Angela Davis. Love to see it. Also, you know what I find really interesting too is that one of the issues, issue 10, originally had a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And it's kind of funny. Because I kind of get, like, it was actually changed to a quote from Richard Nixon, but I actually get why it was changed, because originally the quote that was ultimately placed at the beginning of issue 10 is the Richard Nixon quote, "A riot is a spontaneous outburst. A war is subject to advanced planning." Now, originally, she was going to put, "A riot is the language of the unheard," by MLK. But once again, it was changed to the Richard Nixon quote. But I actually get why it was changed. Because while I think the MLK quote would have been the more powerful quote, the Richard Nixon one makes more sense for the story because it's the government. The government is kind of the main focus of that issue. The people are as well, but it's the government's perspective that is very skewed, like treating this whole thing like it's some intentional, like it's some intentional thing, like kind of fighting back against, people who are protesting things that are going on, as if like they're handling it as if it's some kind of a like a large scale ground war type of deal and trying to pacify shit before it gets out of hand, as opposed to accepting the protesting and riots for what they are, people being pissed off and not happy with the current situation. So it's one of those things. I kind of wish that one would have stayed, but I get why the Richard Nixon one was put in instead. That said, this book, it's everything. It's everything. Go get it. Highly recommend. Put it on your shelf. Read it and then put it on your shelf, or put it on your shelf then read it, whichever one you get to first. But yeah, this is fantastic stuff. NK showed her whole ass on this one. And I mean that in all the nicest way humanly possible.
To knock it out of the park, your first swing at bat, 12 issues. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And this brother here said it needs an absolute. Honestly, John Battle just ordered Far Sector off of Amazon. It'll be here next week. There you go, brother.
There you go.
But
that's what you do.
I actually disagree in saying that Far Sector needs an absolute. And just so everyone understands, when he says absolute, he's not talking about the absolute universe. He's talking about the absolute book format, the big, tall, giant ass DC.
I would buy
absolute
it,
thing.
but yeah,
I don't think it needs one, just because you had the trade, and then you had the deluxe, and then you came out with the compact. And if you were to come out with an absolute, if this is really one of your huge, popular, fantastical stories that have come out, why would you not just reach out to her to try to do another one? So that's the only reason I would say I don't want an absolute.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah,
rather
yeah.
her come back and do another continuation of this, or maybe just a whole different story just with Joe, and we just get a whole new thing from her, as opposed to an absolute. Because I'm fine with that
Yeah.
deluxe. I'm
Yeah.
fine with that deluxe.
I tell you what, I would only accept it like so if they did. Actually, put me on game, Carter, because I don't really fuck with the absolute editions like that.
Shoot.
What's our back matter situation looking like in these absolute books?
The back matter in those would be the exact same back matter that's in the deluxes. So basically, what you have right now in your hand, it just be tall.
It just be bigger. I ain't gonna lie, I would buy that, but just on principle. Also, I want to, I didn't put enough respect on NK's name when I said this earlier. Remember earlier, Carter, when I said I was talking about they don't just hand out Hugo Awards? Well, apparently for NK they do, because this motherfucker came out here and won 3 of them back to back, which had never been done before in the category of best novel. So yeah, apparently when you that good, they do hand them out. So there you go. Right?
Hey,
I mean,
pull a three-peat, come to comics real quick, get a dub over there too. Hey man,
look, NK came out here and had
dangerous.
wait. You mean tell me NK came out here 3-peated in the Hugos and then played a flu game at DC Comics? That is wild.
I ain't gonna hold you. Hearing that, if she didn't want to come back, I would be mad, but I would understand it. You really ain't got shit to prove.
You really don't. You really. Someone just pointed out. Yeah, if you go on. Anyone think Rob will cover Far Sector? He might now. Y'all saw he put Val Zod up on the thumbnail the other day. He's like, he still ain't beating the Chargers because that book was really not as much about Val Zod as he tried to make it out to be. But no, also says, John Stewart says it's available on Global Comics. $3.49 an issue if you don't have space for physicals. And I will also say too, for my Global Comics people, if you do have Global Comics, and like let's say for instance you have the Global Comics, let's say you have the gold. I think if you have gold, you can get it with that little bit of a discount. To my understanding, and I don't think that one, the collected version, the omnibus of it, which I think runs for like $17 if you buy it on Global Comics. You can't read that one with the gold membership. I think you could at one point, but they like with DC and Marvel, they rotate out what you can read for free. So that one is always going to be different, but you can pick it up. You can either pick it up in singles or you can pick it up in a digital omnibus collection for $17 if you have I think if you have a gold membership, maybe. I don't know if it's without. That's another story altogether. But I do recommend it. Like I said, I can't recommend it enough. But yeah, go out there and find out why. Like, because I know a lot of people don't really get into prose. So if you've never read any of NK's novels, this is a pretty decent way to kind of figure out whether or not you might want to maybe start looking at some of her novels, because like the same energy she brought to Far Sector is the same that's the same energy she brings to her books that got her 3 back-to-back awards. So just saying. But yeah, like I said, man, it's you know what? That would be interesting. Tubes just brought this up, talking about NK on Icon and Rocket. Man, I don't know if Milestone would I don't know if Milestone's ready for that, because NK would act a goddamn fool. But just based on some things I know, I would not see it happening anytime soon. I'm just gonna be honest about that. all that aside, all that aside, I do want to hit some other super chats that we got here. We also got one here. This is from J. Joe with the 5. Says, everybody go pre-order DC Comics Dakota Incident for 5 before the 25th of February. Milestone can promote and make more comics. Mods post links. Yes, please. Anyone who has links, I'll also drop a link. Like I said, I'm gonna just drop this one here. Give me un momento, por favor. But no, and I will say this too. And this is just for me. There's multiple different covers for it. I'm gonna be picking up. For me, I'm gonna be picking up all. I think there's like 4. I think there's 4 or 5 covers. I want to say. Yeah, I think there's like 4 or 5 covers. I'm picking up all of them because that's just how I roll. Yes, 4 covers. 4 covers total. And just to kind of show you guys that, I ain't on that bullshit. I'm not on that bullshit, goddammit. I'm getting all mine, motherfucker. Y'all can please believe me on that. But hold on, let me log in real quick so they can get my shit right. But no, this is what I got. This is this is me right here. This is how I'm living right here. We not getting 1, we not getting 2, not getting 3, we getting 4. And y'all keep fucking with me, I'm gonna buy more. And that's what I'm going for. I'm not taking this off because y'all can't see I don't want y'all seeing my shit. But
whoa,
no.
Whoa. Coach,
what's up?
Coach Sally saying you finally talking about Far Sector. I feel like you have talked about this book several times.
So okay. You know what? I'm not gonna be here. I'm going to tackle this in a way that I think will make the most sense to most people. So I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna do it right here, right now, so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. So watch this. Well, it would also help if I spelled sector correctly, but I'm pretty sure we'll figure it out. I'm gonna leave that up there. And look at the time. 5 years ago. So yes, I'm not finally talking about Far Sector. I think it'd be more accurate to say I'm finally talking about Far Sector again. Is the more like, I think sometimes I forgive people. I forgive people who may or may not be aware. So I know not everybody sees every video. Like, I'm keenly aware. So that I don't want anyone to take it the wrong way. Cause what was it? Some dude last week got mad because he asked a question, and it was a question that it was kind of trying to derail what we were actually there to talk about. And I just kind of dismissively answered it and kept going. But no, that's another story altogether. That was different because he was actively trying. So, okay, now you're about to catch. Okay, I'm not gonna be nice anymore now. Because now you're being an asshole. You cover the character, so my comment stands. Well, guess what? Did you watch the video?
I wasn't even talking about the video though. I was just talking about you find some way to always bring up Far Sector in a conversation, or you bring up Joe to bring up. That's what I was talking about. I wasn't talking about the video from back then. I'm talking about in doing these live streams, you always figure out some way to shoehorn Far Sector into the conversation.
This like I said, I don't expect everybody to watch everything, but it's like I talk about Far Sector quite a bit. This is the first time I've talked about it as in depth, and I still really I largely left a lot of details out because honestly, I want y'all to go buy the fucking book and read it for yourselves. But here's the thing: did you watch the video? Because I do talk about a lot of the shit that happens in Far Sector in that book. Okay, I don't want to make something clear. 5 years ago when I made this video, Joe wasn't in anything else. other than DC Future State. So all I could talk about at that point was Far Sector. But yeah, go off. You are allowed to have a very weird and dumb opinion about that. Like, there's a lot of that going around lately because what was it? I showed this to Carter the other day. Someone sent me an email yesterday because they claimed that I released that video about Rob and that I turned the comments off. And I was like, no, I didn't. I even sent them a picture of the of my screen looking at the video and how it at the time, I think at the time it had like almost 1,500 comments on it. And I just left that there. I have not heard back from that person because they were calling me all kinds of bitch made and all kind of other shit or whatever, but I got no apology. So yeah, they kissed my ass. Anyway, also, I'm almost positive, I couldn't really tell from the picture. I think it was a white dude too, which made it even more weird. Anyway. Also, Gavin just really hit the nail on the head right here. If this was a recap channel, I wouldn't be here. And that's kind of why I always found that comment that people used to make about me saying I was just a copycat of Comics Explained. I was like, if I was a copycat of Comics Explained, I would just tell you everything that happened in the book and then send you on your merry way. And I don't do that. That's like this right here. Like, this isn't a recap channel. This is not a recap channel. We don't do recaps here. It's one of those things that, like, I want to add something. Also, I do find this one absolutely positively hilarious. Here we someone said, I can't find it anymore, but someone said, does it resonate with you? Would you say Milestone resonates with you? I would say it does. Milestone resonates with me. Yeah, this was it right here, John Stewart. It does resonate with me. I think it gives me good vibes. But that said, this is a goof.
I'm not. I'm reading. I don't even want to get into that. Let's do these stupid chats and keep it moving.
This is somebody. Look, you wanted daddy's attention. Well, guess what? You got daddy's attention now. You have daddy's attention, and I think you're about to get my attention in the worst way humanly possible. So here, I am gonna place you in the Shadow Realm. Good day, sir. Good day, sir. I am going to cure you because apparently you are a sick Negro. You're a sick Negro, and the only cure for sick Negroes is to put them in the hole. They have to go to the hole. So you can be here, but we won't see you. So like you can go talk, go talk to the other sick Negroes in the hole. In the hole.
No, that was clearly just one of those cases where he's talked about it several times. You just weren't here,
and now you mad.
That's yeah. All that could have been chalked up to. He talked about it before. You just weren't here when you weren't in those live streams when the shit got brought up, and it just could have been left there instead of going where it went.
Oh yeah. Is it say hi to Rob? Yeah, because Rob down there too. He down there too. Say hi to him.
Okay, we got two 1999 super chats here. One from Gearless Mo saying, Pocket saying, you get nothing. We got another 1999 from Shadow Sonic Silver 6. He said his local comic book shop turned him on the Far Sector specifically because they knew he loved static comics. And they knew he loved the Ben 10 TV series. And speaking of Ben 10, what are your thoughts on the new Ben 10 comic that's coming out from Dynamite? He didn't add that part, but I know it's coming from Dynamite.
Yeah. I don't have a whole heap of a lot of information on it, but I will say they are bringing in all, I think just about everybody who was a part of Man of Action is working on it in some capacity. I know Joe Casey is taking the reins like off rip, but the way that I read the press release that was initially sent to me, it kind of sounded like a lot of the other people who were also a part of that, or will be getting involved in some capacity or another. So yeah, I'm excited for it. And also, one thing I can say, just based on a little bit that Joe Casey has told me about it, and this was like before it was known that even he was going to be writing it, but I think one thing you can safely assume is that it's not just going to be a retelling of the animated series in any capacity whatsoever. It is going to be a more updated take on Ben 10. Like, so for the people that maybe grew up with Ben 10, or whether it was like early days or later days, those people will be able to find something that kind of aged up with them, at least in some capacity. So yeah, I'm totally here for it. I'm totally here for it. I think it's all good stuff. Also, thank you both. Thank you, Gillis Mo, for that 1999 Pocket Sand Super Chat. And also thank you, Shadow Sonic Silver, for that 1999 Super Chat. We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and also, you know what? Thank you. This is a wait, where'd it go? Here it is, right here. Bam, 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 bam. Thank you, Mr. Alkabulan, who said thanks for the 2 shows a week, Blerd. I thank you for enjoying that. We didn't do 2 this week because Robo had something that came up. He had to go take care of business. It was his wife's birthday, so he took a knee. I was originally gonna just stream by myself, but then I got a request from from my child, because I had told them that, yes, I don't know, I'm probably not going to stream tonight because Robo's going to be tied up, and they were like, can we play Mario Party? And I was like, you know what? We can play Mario Party. So that was also why. Anyway, whew, Lord, have mercy. Have mercy, King. Also, let me make sure. I want to make sure. Oh, Lord, have Lord.
Lord Emily.
We got Gearless Mo hitting us for max damage. Carter, you want to take that one?
Oh Lord, he's just trying to prove that he is not the Gearless Mo and director of S.H.I.E.L.D. from the Ultimate Universe. That's what this is. The reason I keep coming back, he's trying to make peace from last week when we found out he was the director of Han, not S.H.I.E.L.D. Gearless Mo with the 99.99. He said the reason I keep coming back, commenting and following the community is because of these 2 amazing individuals provide you with their own perspective on the stories, experiences, and context behind the pages. This makes you want to read the stories. Thank you. You are most certainly welcome, and that's one of the reasons, dude, that got put in the hole. We didn't really go in depth in Far Sector. We talked about it. We've talked about it for 2 hours now. But the reason we didn't really go in depth about it is because there are 3 different formats you can read this bitch in now. You can just get the regular trade. You can do what we did and get the deluxe, or you can go get the compact comic that is only $9.99.
Right.
So that's why we didn't really go super duper in depth with it, because want you all to experience the same goodness that we experience. But thank you, Gearless Mo, as always, brother, for the 99.99. I ain't gonna thank you for that 1999 because Ernie didn't already sang for your ass, and I'm trying to be quicker. I'm trying to be quicker with the mute, but thank you, thank you.
It also kind of speaks to something. It speaks to something, because like that the goof that I sent to the Shadow Realm just a moment ago, that's what they wanted. They wanted me to do what Rob does. They wanted me to spoon feed them Far Sector. And that's not what, and I don't want to make it clear, if anyone was still here, like if you were expecting like a spoiler section or where we're going to like fully break down spoilers, no, we're not doing that. That's not what this is for. This was to raise awareness about a book that we both enjoy, that we want y'all to read. And if we tell you everything that happens in it, there's less of a reason for you to want to get it. And we want you to get it, and here's the thing. I saw someone bring this up earlier. I think I saw Elite bring this up about Power Company, how there was like the hardcover of Power Company. Here's the thing. We got to vote with our dollars. We have to vote with our dollars. I'm sorry. It just, there is no universe where we get more of the things that we love without supporting them. It just does not work that way. You have to go buy the books. It's like you can't, like, and I know some people got a little upset with me because of what I said at the end of that last video where I said, oh, if you're one of those people who's begging for more Milestone, but you're not buying Milestone, and I said, fuck you to those people, I stand on that because that's the problem. You want more, but you don't want to give to get more. And here's the thing. They got to pay these people to make these books. These books have to be paid. People have to pay to print these books, publish these books, distribute these books. And I'm sorry, there's no universe where you're going to get the thing you want without giving something back. It just don't work that way.
What's crazy about that is I've seen a lot of people that they want more, but they don't want more to read. They want more for someone else to read and for it to be told to them, which is nasty. Highlight 915 with the 5 is saying that the cave is bigger than comics commentary. As Carter says, I am now a fan of good stories, not just comics. This is quality content. Thank you, Highlight. Thank you for that 5. And that's something that I will always stand on. It's just like, no, I'm not a comic book fan. I'm a fan of good stories.
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
I am so much more than that. But thank you, Highlight, for that. And that's what I hope a lot of you all get from me, even though I've been called that other guy. I have been called whoever his number 2 is over there. I was called a bootlicking Bojangles last week.
Oh God.
But I hope that one of the messages you all get across from me is just good stories, bro. Just good stories all around.
Here's the thing. How often have y'all seen us talk about bad stories? I mean objectively bad story. Like I'm talking like full on terrible fucking stories. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. I mean, yeah, I think every once in a while, if there was something that was just so egregiously bad that we had to talk about it because it was just that fucking awful, sure. But generally speaking, I'm
currently in the lead because we don't really talk about bad stories, but I'm currently in the lead for my recommendations over Ernie, to the point where I have to give Ernie points because you all will thank me for recommending books that Ernie actually recommended. But after we do that split, I'm still in the lead for my recommendations that you all enjoy over Carruthers. So I do appreciate that. But I'm sitting here trying to think, have we ever actually talked about a bad? Yes, we have.
Which one?
Yes, we have.
Oh God, what was it? Oh, you know what? Okay, yeah.
I guarantee you ain't thinking about what I'm thinking about.
Wait, what are you thinking?
And I think a lot of people probably didn't think it was bad up until the end.
Oh shit! What was it?
X-Man Hunt.
Oh yeah, that is true. We did talk about X-Man Hunt. We did talk about that. And you know what? We talked about gods. We actually did talk about gods. Not the full story. We talked about like
okay. I'm happy you add that part. It's like you talked about gods because I couldn't even finish that book.
Yeah, no, I didn't either. I didn't fucking finish it because it was fucking terrible. I'm sorry. You know, the hashtag.
We got
sorry,
another
not
super
sorry.
chat, and we got a question. First of all. Carter recommendations be hidden. I told you. Second, Carter, how did you like the ending of Eat Your Young? I didn't. Shadow Sonic Silver 6 with the $4.99. He said, by the way, do you have any story recommendations by Black creators that are in the same style as Ram V's New Gods comics? Because they don't have to be comics.
Yeah. Got you. You know what? Wait a minute. Oh, do I have it next to me? I don't think I do. Hold up. Let me. don't think I have it over here. I think it's on my other shelf. Or it might be buried behind some shit because if you I will say this shit, I don't think it's over here.
Power Fantasy would not count Will the Greatest because Kieran Gillen is a whole white man.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%. 100. Yeah, Kieran Gillen, it's kind of funny. I think some people hear his name and think that he's probably black, but no, that's a whole white
This
dude.
is Will, that's almost as bad as when we interviewed Donnie Cates and them, and there were several of you all in the chat that thought Donnie Cates was a brother. That was, I don't know how you did that.
Man, yeah. Gavin just right here. He's English, white on white.
That is also mayonnaise on Cool Whip. That is white.
Oh,
but,
yeah, man.
But yeah, none of your isness. I did not like the ending of Eat Your Young. I did not.
Oh man, yeah. No, that's 100%. I will say, if you want, well, you know what? If you want more Ram V, or if you want like if you want like just
recommendations by black creators that are in the same style of New Gods.
That's honestly that's a tough one. That's a tough one. If it's in the style of New Gods. Oh man,
shit, we doing every story but New Gods stories.
There was one, and I'm blanking. Oh, it's killing me because I'm blanking on the fucking name of it. Ew, oh my god, it's killing me. There is one. Fuck. God damn it. It's eating me up because it's even worse. It's somewhere around here. Like, it's somewhere around here in my room. Like, I have a bunch of shit. Like, y'all can't really see it. But, like, I have run out of shelf space in this room. But I have also not stopped buying books. So, like, I have a ton of fucking books that are just sitting on my floor. And some that are on a shelf or, like, buried behind some shit. So, like, yeah, it's a lot. That said, oh, man, yeah, there is a book. There is one that exists. If it comes to me while like we're talking, I'll chime in.
It ain't New Gods, but it's Gods, and the only one I can think of is Aquagun.
Aquagun is kind of close. It's you know what? I think just because of the fact that it is what's the best way to put it?
He'll remember it 3 weeks from now on a random Blerd cave.
I probably will. No, that is honestly, it's probably pretty fucking fair. If we're keeping all things considered. Oh man. I think it was this one. I could be wrong.
While you do that, shout out to the Bone Factory for gifting Blerd Without Fear membership to the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. He gifted it to Gearless Mo. And don't think I forgot. I totally saw that one of the subscription gifts that Gavin Gidry gave out was one to himself.
It's to himself. Yeah, he didn't mean to. It just happened. It just happened that way. It just happens like that sometimes. Also, to answer Gavin's question, did I beat that ass in Mario Party? Yes, I did. I'm ruthless in Mario Party. I walked away. I think I walked away with like 7 or 8 stars by the time it was all said and done.
You're an asshole because I know you did some dirty shit. Do you guys interact with Casually Comics? I have not interacted.
No.
Honestly, just like you guys are in this chat, that's how I am in her chats. And I feel dumb as hell for not noticing this about her.
What's that?
Anytime she's talking about a specific book that she's into, I have never noticed it, which just shows that we as men will be so oblivious to shit, and this is why we get yelled at by our significant others.
Yeah,
I didn't realize she tries to color coordinate her makeup and outfit and shit to what book she's talking about, or what character she talking about. That's actually kind of gangster that she does that.
Yeah.
I just caught it this week with her Absolute Batman video about Poison Ivy. But no, if you all want her to hop on a Blerd cave or some shit, let her know. That'd be a fun convo. Yeah, I'd enjoy that convo. she was one of the reasons I got back into Conan, just from her interview with Jim Zub and stuff like that, and just some other books I may not have known about. And then sometimes I'll look on her shelf and then get jealous of some of the books that she got that I can't find anymore because they out of fucking print. But yeah, dude, I enjoy watching Casualty Comics and stuff like that. But yeah, if you want her over here, by all means, let her know. She would be more than welcome. You muted.
It would mean more coming from y'all than it would coming from me. Because I'm one of those people, I kind of like what Carter was saying, I lurk. I don't really chat in other people's, I mean, I do sometimes depending on what it is, but like a lot of times I just watch. Like I think one time I was watching the Bituation Room, and then a lot of people that were from here, or like people who just kind of followed me but like don't really say a lot or whatever in chat, like there were people who like recognized that it was me, which I guess is kind of hard not to. If I say anything, there's a check mark next to my name, so I guess that means that I am somebody. But like, yeah, people were shocked, and like I don't like, the reason why I don't like doing that is because I don't like distracting from what's going on.
Yeah, y'all are there to watch her. Don't worry about me being up in here. I'm just like y'all right now. Yeah, I feel you.
Like that's usually what I see. Like people will start like chatting about something that don't have anything to do with what the person's talking about. I want the chat to stay on to stay on brand. If I was case in point, if FD was live streaming, I probably wouldn't say anything in the chat like at all. I would just be there. Just I'd be like, no, not y'all here to watch him. Keep going. You know what? Honestly, it's kind of funny how that shit happens. I've actually been meaning to hit up Black Gay Comic Geek because I used to actually drop in a lot of the time when I could, if I like would catch one of the lives, but I didn't always get to catch them. But yeah, that's also another one. It's kind of funny too because there is a conversation that's going on right now where some I guess like some organizing is trying to be done, and so yeah, you never know what you might see. You never know what you might see. Yeah, you know what? Highlight, I can tell you right now. Yes, that could be possible. That could be possible. I have no idea. You know what? It's funny. You know what? I want to see something. I kind of want to see something. I want to see. I like knowing things. I like knowing things. So here, let's see something. Because I'm pretty sure. And I'm happy to be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't think NK follows me. I know I follow NK, but yeah, I don't know. Well, that is something I would like to know more. That said, let's look at this. Let's look at this right here. Here it is right here. Here's where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Almost lost it. Here it is right here. Ernie's subtle flexing aim is top notch. Yeah, man, look, I just be saying shit, man. I just be saying shit. Sometimes I say too goddamn much. That's why I try to be more subtle about it these days. And also, oh, that was the other thing. So, I was joking with Carter about this other day, but I literally had a fucking phone call with Van Lathan Jr. the other day. And this isn't me trying to flex. I just thought it was funny because, like, I was like, because when it because we were sitting down doing something. I think we were like watching like a movie or TV show or something, and my phone started ringing, and and the first thing I hear on the phone, Memphis nigga. It was Van. it was kind of wild. But no, we had a full on like phone conversation. I actually talked a couple of times, and I was like, dude, that's crazy. I was like, I'm on a first name basis with motherfuckers. That is crazy. Like, I wish I was making the shit up. That my life wasn't this weird and unusual. But it is, and I love it. And I also kind of got hated on by W. Kamau Bell. Like I said, it's the wild shit that happens. It's the wild shit that happens. And you know what? I can say that while I got hated on, I got a motherfucker to delete their comment.
That was funny just because he said that, deleted it, and then just went to just back to my regularly scheduled program and just has not acknowledged it.
He has not acknowledged it at all.
Nothing.
Nope.
That was funny. I do want us to kind of knock out a lot of these Discord questions.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Yeah, 'cause I think we skipped. We skipped a week or two.
A few.
Yeah, go ahead. Set us off. Set it off.
This first one is from Inhuman saying, "Good afternoon, Carter and Blerd. I've been reading up on Dark Knights of Steel. I wish they would put Black Lightning's son, Jacob, in the main universe so we can have another black hero who doesn't have lightning powers. Also, the people bashing Morewa for that Storm cover for issue number 4 can go to hell."
Wait. Talking about for the new series?
Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about because this is from the 14th.
Earth's Mightiest Mutant. He said it was number 4? Because I don't think I've seen issue 4.
I know I have heard people complaining because
the one with the baby on the cover. Is that the one people are mad about?
Apparently, because you remember the dude I told you about who talked about the echo chamber and blood. I'm not gonna say the whole thing. That dude.
Oh yeah.
He was talking about people being upset because apparently everyone's gonna riot if Storm's baby is actually Wolverine's kid. Apparently, it's gonna be riots in the street.
Well, he's like, this. Well, okay, I'm gonna keep it a band with you. I asked Morewa if it was Wolverine. Now I feel like Morewa would tell me if I nailed it, but he basically told me that at the time when it was initially announced, they didn't know who the dad was going to be, that they hadn't decided it yet, that it was just something they were still like fucking around with. But yeah, who knows? But that said, I also kind of feel like, I don't know. I like, honestly, I kind of joked around about it, but I really hope it's not him. I really hope it's not him. But yeah, that's just me.
Okay. You hope it's not him. I don't really care if it is, just because because we all know at the end of the day, it's comic books, dog. If people really want to just not acknowledge that shit anymore, they won't. I'm not as fucked up about it because I remember that episode of the X-Men animated series when Storm and Wolverine were a thing, when he had that fire-ass purple costume. I had the toy. So I don't really care about it like that. But I don't mind that cover. There's one thing that y'all can't say about that Storm book is just that art has been A1 steak sauce the entire time. So y'all can keep that.
I mean, and also, I mean, I don't see the problem. Like, she's in the classic fit. She's in the classic Storm fit. Okay, check. Wait, let me. Classic Storm fit. She's got the classic tiara. She got electricity constructs. That's the baby
she's holding. Yeah, that's her baby she's holding, Shadow Sonic. I just realized that girl made a bow and arrow out of lightning. She's going into absolute Wonder Woman territory, and I love it.
Yes, dude, she's a premier superhero now. Like, she's a superhero who, like, we actually get to see doing superhero shit on her own, not just with the X-Men or the Avengers now. She is lit like I know a lot of people thought I was out of pocket for saying it, but like, I mean, dude, she is effectively channeling like Superman energy where she is doing her shit. She is going out saving the world on the regular. I'm sorry, dude, but like, dude, she is like Storm is like, people, what was it when what was that shit they said in Deadpool and Wolverine where it was like it's like, oh, you were an X-Man. No, fuck that. You were the X-Men. Yep. Honestly, fuck Wolverine. Storm is the X-Man in my opinion. But my thing is she has now transcended that. Like Storm did the WWE, like she had the comics equivalent of the WWE. She was the people's champ. And then she said, nah, you know what? I can do this Hollywood shit too. And it's like, look, man, I'm a movie star now as well. She's like, look, I can do two things at once. I can be an X-Man. She said, oh, fuck, I'd do three things at once. I'd be an X-Man, an Avenger, and a goddamn solo superhero. Fuck out of here what you heard. But no, I love the fact that like, and I don't know if RB Silva used a reference for this, but if he did, I would fucking love to see it because this is so cool. Like just seeing Storm holding her baby in one arm, got the electric bow in the other, motherfuckers all around her laid out with electric arrows. Man, look at this shit. Look, I've got electric arrows all up in them, and holding her baby, and the baby got the one hand on her cheek, just like, oh, like that baby. Look how that baby looking at Storm. Look how Storm looking at her baby. Look. No, fuck all that.
All of that is to say, ain't nothing wrong with that cover.
Yeah, what's wrong with this? What's wrong with this cover?
All right, ain't nothing wrong with that fucking cover. I don't know what they crying about.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
26. He said, "Good afternoon, Ernie and Carter. Hope you're doing well. What are some Dakota-verse characters you wish you could have seen during Earth M/Milestone Returns?" I think this has a lot to do with you bringing up Duo and stuff in Earth M last week. When I was asking you what the big difference was. For me, he said, for me, Dusk, Payback, Starlight, Boogeyman, bring in She-Bang from the animated universe for funsies, and of course, Buck Wild screaming, "It's always Christmas."
Oh, yes.
He said, "Thanks for doing this episode." Talking about the Milestone joint from last week. He said, "Thanks for doing this episode. I'm a youngin', but Milestone means a lot to me when I discovered them in high school back in 2017. I've collected a lot of the original books since then. Much love."
It's like, my thing is, for me, what I would like to see, and Yasuke basically brought up a bunch of characters I would love to see. I would love to see Starlight, Payback, Boogeyman, She-Bang, Dusk. A lot of people don't remember Dusk. Dusk was a character that got killed off, if I remember correctly. She was only ever in like a handful of comics, but like when Static was trying to like figure out his romantic life, he had 3 women who were basically all kind of in some roundabout way vying for his attention. He was dating Daisy, had Frida as a best friend who had feelings for him, but like she was with Larry, and that all kind of got a little weird. And then there was also Dusk, who was basically another superhero who was kind of like the closest thing that to that point that Static had in regards to a Catwoman type of character. Like she was like she wasn't necessarily a bad guy or anything, but she was like this morally ambiguous character that like, she was had a little bit more of an edge to her than what Static was, used to working with. And she also had the hots for Static in some way, shape, form, or fashion. She was always trying to get with him. That said, I personally, since I'm not going to repeat even ones that you name, because you like, honestly, Starlight chief above all of them, for me. But what I would personally like to see is, I would like to see how they would update a character like Death Wish. I would love to see that. I would love to see Donner and Blitzen brought over from, the original, Shadow Cabinet. And just to kind of, and really, truth be told, all 3 characters are of the Shadow Cabinet. Let's go ahead and keep it a buck. But for those who may not be as literate in the Shadow Cabinet of it all, Starlight Starlight, the character that he had mentioned at first. Let me see if I can actually get this to show up the right way. I want this to actually, like, I'm gonna kind of upside down this shit. Starlight is actually a character that inspired the creation of one of my characters for Black Adams. But this is her right here. She was like this, she's this black girl just made out of stars. And she was ridiculously powerful, like stupid powerful. But
Okay, so
Mhm.
because I'm gonna stop you there because I'm
Mhm.
kind of you're dragging, and I see that you're going in this kind of pro black BS route shit, and I'm just kind of I'm exhausted and burnt out because
Oh,
you
here, let me
talking
show you a
about.
white woman. Let me show you a white woman then. Here.
No,
We
go
got-
back,
we
go
got-
back, because I see what you're trying to do here. I see what you're trying to do here, and it's getting fucking annoying. So
Go ahead. What
you
did I
sitting-
do?
because you sitting here and you talking about Starlight and you showing this character, and it's just like, dog, this is clearly just a ripoff from The Boys. Like, come on, bro. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. Somebody at Milestone literally just saw what Garth Ennis was doing, and then just, this is how we gonna do. Like, come on, bro. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired, bro.
You know what's sad? There's gonna be some goof in the comments who is actually
Take
there's
you
gonna be
serious?
there's gonna be two types of people. There's gonna be a goof in the comments who is not gonna understand that was sarcasm, and then there's gonna be a goof in the so they'll be like, oh, Carter, you don't know what you're talking about. It came out, so. No, and then there's gonna be a goof who actually thinks that you're correct. Like, there's gonna be two types of goofs. But no, Donner and Blitzen are the other two. Donner was superhumanly strong. Blitzen was, as you might imagine, superhumanly fast. But yeah, they were also, dude, that was also the other thing. They were technically the first lesbian couple in like openly lesbian couple.
Yeah, I think you said that. You said that last week, which was, and that kind of got me off of the fact that my mind just kept going to reindeer games. We have one more question here. We have one more question here in the Discord. This from Ed Boy in the Cut.
Let's
He said,
go.
"What up, y'all boys? Have y'all ever read the comic The Harlem Hellfighters by Max Brooks and Kanan White? It is such a dope comic. I think historical black comics like this, Last on His Feet, Jack Johnson, and The Battle of the Century and Shadow Doctor are very underrated. Our stories are magical in real life." So,
yes,
to answer the question, have I ever read Harlem Hellfighters by Max Brooks? Yes, I have. A very, 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 very long time ago. I got it.
It actually came out 2014, didn't it? Or
I got
2012,
that.
something like that.
It was right before I left Memphis when I'd read that book. That's still when I was in Whitehaven, and that Whitehaven library was still hitting. So yeah, it was something I was just on a whim one day. I saw it and I read it at the library, and that was a good one. It was a good one. That's what, like, when I went to the library like a couple of months ago and read Incognito, that's where my mind went to, is just finding stuff like that in the library and then just sitting there and you just stuck with it for hours enjoying yourself. So I've read that comic. What about you, Ernie? You read Harlem Hellfighters?
I have not. Sadly, I have not. But I do have an interest in it. Mostly just because, so when I first heard about it, what drew my attention to it was because of the actual, like, real world Harlem Hellfighters. And for whatever reason, I just never got around to it. But I guess now I have an excuse to go give it a look. But that said, do we have anything else in the just in ye old Discord?
No, we do not, because the other one was today, so we can wait till next week
We
for
can save
that
for next
one.
week,
Yes, and yes, Gavin, Max Brooks is the son of filmmaker Mel Brooks. I think we got some super chats here, real quick.
Yes, we do. I got some right here in front of me. Let's go.
Let's go.
We got right here, Shadow Sonic Silver with the 499 says, "I'm calling it. The people who have issues with that cover are probably projecting some real messed up thoughts onto the baby."
They probably read Savage Dragon.
Yes.
Knowing so, with the 1999, he said, if Milestone were put in DC's Absolute, which characters would you like to be in that universe? Peace and blessings to everyone. If there were Milestone characters in the Absolute universe, I think any character that I would name would be kind of like, duh, of course he would say that, but just because of how I'm like modern Milestone. And I think any character that Ernie would name from Milestone put in the Absolute universe would never happen. So there's no point in even talking about it, because that book would get canned relatively quick. What Milestone comic would you put, or what Milestone character would you put in the DC universe that you know would never happen?
Oh man. Oh, Ebon. There you go.
Okay, nigga. Okay. Speak Easy Anime.
Oh wait, I don't want to gloss over this, because he did send that one. That was in fact a 1999 super chat, and we also can't forget this one because he said, "My bad, Carter. Seriously, didn't mean for the jingle." So there you go.
Speak Easy Anime with the 5. He said he's been reading more, and he's interested in indie black comics to avoid tropes like Saturday AM, Clock Striker, and Marcus Williams' Tuskegee Heirs. That's
Saturday AM basically is where you're gonna find a lot of like manga created by black and brown people. The stories do largely avoid like the old tired black tropes you typically find in mainstream big two comics. Clock Striker is really phenomenal. I think I don't know if I'd be out of pocket for saying this, but I think Clock Striker might actually be their best series. I think, in my personal opinion, it's the one I like the most, at least. And then the Tuskegee Heirs, that's Marcus Williams. Marcus the visual, if you follow on Instagram. But yes, Marcus the visual, and Greg Burnham, that's their book, and that book is also really good. Basically kind of takes the story of like the Tuskegee Airmen, but gives it like technically it doesn't, it's not like it's not a retelling or like a fictionalized retelling of the Tuskegee Airmen, but like just it's like an homage. It's like it's basically like paying homage to the Tuskegee Airmen, and in its name and what the characters are doing. But yes, that said, we also do have another one here. This is Shadow Sonic Silver with the 499. Says, you piqued my interest with Absolute Ebon. Please go off, King, and tell us what you envision Absolute Ebon would look like and act like. Also, call me Dongo. Hey, there you go. So here, this is what I can say.
The J is silent hillbilly. I appreciate that, Dango. Appreciate it.
So for me, the way I would look at it is, I can't speak to exactly why, but I will say I would take a character like Ebon, and instead of treating him as though he is like an antagonist or a villain, like I wouldn't treat him like a villain as he was treated on the Static Shock television series, and I would treat him more like an anti-hero the way he is in the rebooted Milestone universe. But what I would also do is I would make him almost more of a Punisher style character, only, no guns. There wouldn't be any guns because he doesn't need guns. But like I would basically have it where kind of to take a page out of They Choose Violence, I would do like a type of story where like he's going after people, like going kind of similar to what he was doing in Shadows of Dakota, where he was going after the people who were going after Bang Babies. But I would also have him going after people who like are just inflicting harm on his, like on black people, black and brown people in his neighborhood. And then did someone just say Absolute Tattoo Man?
but it made me think about an absolute Tobias Whale that is literally just the one from the TV show.
TV show, yeah, I would do that. I would eat that shit up. But no, I would basically just have him going out like on the regular and just taking it to the system. Going and basically have the story be about how he goes so hard in the paint. And like when I say he's going after people, I don't mean like, oh, he's beating. I mean like, he is ending lives. Like he is ending lives, and he's tackling these people across every single spectrum, whether it's people trying to funnel drugs into the black community, or whether it's people doing trafficking, whether it's people bringing violence, or abducting people, anything, any type of fuck shit. And it gets to a point where he would end up like kind of similar to some things that were leaked in that Dakota incident where like, oh, the government has to come in and be like, all right, what the fuck is going on over here? Like there would be a task force made specifically to try and take him down, but I would have them hilariously fail before they even got remotely even close to fucking with Ebon, to the point where like they have to like bring in like a very specific type of person to come in and try and take him down. And that's how I would ultimately do it. Like Ebon would not be the villain, he would not be the antagonist, he would be the hero of the story, but he would not be clean cut or anything like that. He would be grimy. He would be grimy and at all times. And of course he would, he would have that kind of that classic swagger that you would expect out of the character. But yes.
So,
that said,
what
else
that
we
out
got?
of the way? Shit, I don't have anything else, man.
Oh shit, let's go.
That was a good one. I think that was a good one.
We did good. Oh man, man, back. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna tell y'all to do. I'm gonna tell y'all, if you haven't done so already, go check out my most recent video about the situation going on with the new history of DC Comics, the Dakota incident. Go check out my video on that. I think you will find some things of note that I think are well worth the scrutiny. That I feel these are all valid questions that I'm asking, and even some things that I might be answering. I do have a video that'll be coming up. I've debated whether I want to just release it today or whatever, but I'm probably gonna release it today. So maybe stay tuned for that. But basically, it'll just be my thoughts. Maybe more in depth, because I didn't spend a lot of time on it here. But it would be my thoughts, more in depth on the 13 all new, all white DC Comics titles that were announced. You know what? Here, I'll make this announcement here. I'm working on something that I don't want to call it a documentary, because I feel like a documentary is a very specific thing, but I am working on something that's not that different from a documentary. It was a video that initially was going to start out as just like a little 10, 15-minute talk about what actually brought down Milestone Media back in the 90s. But the more I kept working on the video and the more I kept talking during the recording, it turned into like an hour-long like talk. And I decided that instead of just chopping it all up or cutting it into separate videos, I decided I'm just gonna make one big video. And if we'll call it a blurred doc.
What could help that doc is a brother that was in the chat earlier said that he is open to being on.
What's that?
Joe Illage. Joe Illage said it earlier.
Shit, let's go.
Joe Illage said it earlier in the chat.
Oh,
that,
gotcha.
It was early in the chat.
Oh, why didn't you say? You should have told me. You should
because
tell me.
you was reading Jeffrey Thorne's super chat and started talking about
Oh.
something else Joe Illich said. So yeah, that'll be something that I think that
There you
might be
go.
something that helps your doc. So
Yes,
yeah, go absolutely reach out to him. Reach out to him.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely. Also, stay tuned. There will be some conversations I'm gonna have with some people as well. Yeah, we're gonna definitely get. Joseville's definitely getting. He's gonna get hit up from me. That goes without saying. So yeah, you're gonna be getting a little video essay out your boy about the infamous Static number 25 issue. And I'm going to talk about some things in that. I'm going to talk about a lot of stuff in that I think is pretty important. And I'm going to try and drop it about in and around the same time. I'm actually going to try and drop it beforehand, but it's pretty close to being done. That said, stay tuned for all that stuff. If you haven't checked out, because apparently people think that I don't do anything but talk about comics. I saw someone commenting on Twitter the other day. This actually got sent to me. But there was some no-name comic book, wannabe commentator that was trying to claim that I don't all I do is cry and whine about comics. I don't actually produce anything, which tells me they don't really know anything about me. But I will say, go check out my first issue of Heart of the Darkness. It is still up there and available if you've not done so already. Issue 2 is in production. Quinn is working his ass off getting that ready. And I am still working my ass off trying to finish these last pages. I need to just finish them. I keep trying to make them perfect and they will never be perfect, so I need to stop that shit. That way lies madness. But I'm hoping I'll be done with that first issue of Black Adams pretty soon. And whether or not I letter it myself is another story altogether. I might just pay someone else to do it because lettering is so fucking tedious. It's tedious work to me. I just can't do it. Once there is enough to justify a trade, there will be one. That is the plan. That is the plan. But for right now, the single issues of there's just a single issue of Heart of the Darkness at this point. But and it's only available digitally for right now. That's kind of where Kickstarter and all that other stuff is going to come into play. Other announcement is I think, you know what, there's another video that should be popping up. I might release this on Sunday. There will be a video popping up that's going to be about the recent or I say recent, probably more accurate to say somewhat recent character. So yeah, I usually like to try and take Black History Month to be a little more focused with my breakdowns and explainers, but this one is going to be coming up. Keep an eye out for Maryland Moonlight. We're going to be doing a little video coming up. It's going to be kind of in the same vein as some of the other ones. Make sure you go check those out. And also, if you have not done so already, make sure to go check out the Deadly Nightshade video that dropped a couple of weeks ago. And there's also the Knockout Explained video that came out this past week. Make sure you go check those out. But yeah, that's what's on the docket is Maryland Moonlight is going to be the next subject of a breakdown. And while she doesn't have a very long history, there are some things about her that I'm going to be talking about in that video that I feel are incredibly important and definitely worth being discussed in regards to her character and how she has been done over at DC Comics. And yes, don't worry, there's lots of stuff. I've actually been making a lot of contacts lately with some people, so there's gonna be some interviews getting lined up here for too long with some creators. There's also gonna be some other videos about some stuff maybe you guys might not expect us to talk about. That's it. That's all I have to say. I feel like I've said enough, and I don't think we have any. I don't think we have anything else. I think we pretty much covered.
No, we're good.
Yeah, I think we're caught up on everything. I'm almost positive.
Yep.
If we haven't, oh,
Yep.
there is one thing, and I kind of slick forgot about it. This is actually something because I think it came up. This is actually a question for you, Carter, because I think it came up when we were getting off of the Blerd Cave last week, and maybe you might have a quick answer that you can give. This was from Fabric 86, who had given us a Blerd Club Gold. Like I didn't notice it till literally after we had already like hit the sign off button. But Fabric 86 want to know where Carter taking Storm for Valentine's Day. What y'all do? What y'all do?
So the only storm that I was dealing with on Valentine's Day was the storm that was happening here when it was pouring down raining, and I'm pretty sure I'm sick. I did not do anything for Valentine's, but attempted to stream for a little bit and enjoyed my day off. That is all I did for Valentine's Day, bro.
Aw. Honestly, you know
That's
what?
it.
I'm married and we didn't do shit. So we're gonna we don't like doing our shit on Valentine's Day. Because everybody else is too. That just makes it more hectic. But that's all I got. Let's get the fuck up out of here, Carter. You know what? For Carter Presents, I'm the Blerd Without Fear. And hey, I want it to be known. If you out here rocking the Tanuki suit.
We coming for you, nigga.
All right, that's it. We are